Anyway, welcome back to the Rime of the Frost Maiden. As I said, picking up again after 2 weeks. And 2 weeks ago, you finally got back from your treks across Icewind Dale, checking out Angajuk's Bell, getting an ally there, it seems, from a whale with a bubble on its back. Sorted out the Dark Duchess and ran from a dragon quite effectively. That was good. You eventually made your way back to Bryn Shander, but you've got a couple of companions with you. Boy, Keegan, and Garrett. So why don't we pick it up from there? We'll say you're a little bit outside of Bryn Shander. You've got a sleeping Boy, Keegan, and Garrett. What do the fine fellows of the 10 towns wish to do with their companions?
Well, what do we wish to do? I mean, we gotta get them into town, but Stax, did you say, or perhaps we could shelter them at your this priest, Mishan? Was his name?
Yes. I do think that going to Mishan with them would be the best idea. At least we'd have a place to talk to them in private.
Yes, and they might be a bit upset when they wake up, so...
They probably will be, but I think I will have a way of convincing them that the Frost Maiden did not want them that.
It's good we got him out, at least.
Yeah, it is. So, but to get them in, let's just prop them up in front of each of us and just ride in. And I think we should be good. We have familiar faces, so... Although that might be a problem as well.
We could, what is this thing this thing humans do? Bribe, is that it? You give money and expect service. The thing Theodore tried.
That is true, but my main worries is that it's not the problem of getting in, it's getting in without everyone knowing what we did, because they will suspect something, and if we ride into a different town with these...
We could just say they're, bandits that we've gotten hold of and would like to deliver them to someone for re-education at the temple. Or something.
Yeah, does anyone have magic to turn anyone invisible or anything?
I can hide hide us a bit better, but not completely invisible. So we could use that to avoid attention when we are inside the city.
That is true. Malcolm,
Yes.
could you perhaps take us to the map of Bryn Shander?
Sure. We'll say you're just outside of it, but obviously at any point feel free to tell me you've gone in. There we go, Bryn Shander.
Because if I remember correctly, there are several entrances, and one of them is relatively close to the House of the Morning Lord. Yeah, the East Gate.
In the normal course coming from where you're coming from, you just come from the southwest gate, would be the easiest one. Nothing stopping you coming via the east gate. But southwest gate is where you're heading.
We could circle around. It would seem less suspicious coming from the east, since, they're from Targos, so...
Let us at least go to the east gate. That way we
It's a
have
good
to
plan.
track less through the city as well.
Indeed.
And just thinking of what would be the best way to get in. Not be too suspicious. Do any of you have an idea on how to go in unnoticed? Should we go in separately from each other, or maybe 2 people through the north gate and 2 from the east gate, each with 1 person?
I think we tend to be recognized as a group. I'm not sure if it would be more suspicious if we split up. But
Malcolm, would it be... How big would the chance be that just random guards would recognize us? Would we know how famous we are?
Your fame is starting to grow. People are starting to recognize you, and you suspect, especially so in Bryn Shander, as the news of the cauldron tends to leak out, and the fact that you've also been instructed to get some whale oil. Presumably it's been delivered, so you're starting to get quite a reputation for yourself, which might be a problem in this case, so we'll see.
Okay. We also have the option of maybe getting a card from inside, buying it, sneaking it out, and then bringing it back in with the goods. 2 people, but we don't have unlimited time.
no, these people need warmth, and yeah.
Malcolm,
Yes.
sorry, I keep asking you questions. Does Mishan have a cart?
Does Mishan have a cart? Let's have a look. Yes, I think he would. If nothing else, he's been transporting, quite frankly, bodies around and interring them inside the House of the Morning Lord, doing the rites there. And the easiest way to move bodies around is a cart. So I would say yes, he does have a cart.
Okay. I do think that Mishan would have a cart, and perhaps I could go in, ask her to come with me with the cart, and then cover the cart with a tarp and ride them back in. Would you guys agree that might be the best option?
Yes, that seems like a great way to get him in.
Okay, well, if you guys would hide over here, just about a mile on the road, just out of sight, then I'll go get the cart and Mishan, and we should be able to get back in not too much time.
Is that in fact what you do, Stax?
If the rest agrees with it, yes, I will.
I agree.
Okay, so with the rest of you outside in the bed where the keeping boy and everybody is warm as you possibly can as they sleep soundly. Stax, you approach the east gate of Bryn Shander. I assume you guys done a really wide arc around. And you come to the usual gates. Now usually in better times, if you remember, these gates are closed only during night. But things are always kind of night here. But you approach the gates and a couple of guards say, "Halt! Who goes there?"
It is me, Stax. May
Oh,
I
Stax!
come in?
Stax! Say no more. Say no more. You hear a couple of guards running down and they open up the gate and say, Stax! Come on in. You're always welcome in Brunshander. Is there something we
Thank you
can
very
help you
much.
with?
Well, not at the moment. I'm just going off to the House of the Morning Lord, to Mishan. I've got something outside of the gate that we need a cart for to bring in.
Can I
So
just shake your hand while you're here? I mean, we know about the cauldron now. We know about the whale meat. You have done more, the whale oil. You've done more here than any of us could possibly thank you for. And he reaches out a hand.
I shake his hand, a bit taken back, but
So you
you're
need
very
help.
welcome. But
You need help with the cart.
no, I'll be fine. I'm just gonna grab the cart. Mishan should be fine with it. And
Of course.
you've got your job at post at the gate, a very important one as well. And I've got my tasks. So I'll see you, twice more today. And
Okay.
see you in a bit.
Good day to you, Stax. Good day. And then they close up the gate behind you. And you start heading down the street. And the scene is almost repeated again and again. People are slapping you on the back. People are shaking your hands.
If this would happen a third time, Stax would do stealth check and try to hide.
Sure. So
Basically because she's just uncomfortable.
make a stealth check. Easy enough for plus 11 stacks, even with a 5 on the dice, to sneak through. So you head through the back alleyways, and eventually you make your way to the House of the Morning Lord. If nothing else, it's nice and warm compared to elsewhere. And you see Mishan just going about her business.
Sorry, Mishan.
Stax. Always good to see you. What can I help you with?
Would you be able to help me with the cart? I need to bring some stuff from outside of the gate inside. And I'd like it to be unsuspicious as possible, because it is fairly suspicious what we're bringing in. I promise you, it's nothing wrong, but people might see it that way.
Well, you're more than welcome to use the cart, but to do it without being noticed is hard. You'll be literally dragging a cart through the middle of town.
Oh, I'm not. It's just that the things we're bringing in need to be covered. We do not want them to be seen. So it's not the cart that can't be seen. It's just the things we're bringing in. So do you also have a tarp to go over it?
Yes. There's a tarp there on the cart already. This is like more like a handheld cart, almost like a rickshaw. But it'd be perfectly. You could put all the 3 bodies on there easily enough. And there is a tarp there because you assume when Mishan is dragging stuff around, people don't especially want to see dead bodies being dragged around.
Yeah.
So there's a cover there.
Could you also borrow just one more thing, just 2 or 3 blankets? I'll bring them back just within an hour.
Of course, Stax. You're your friend. You're always welcome to borrow stuff. Do you need me to help at all?
Can I drag the cart myself? I'm not sure how big it is.
Yes. As I said, like a rickshaw.
Okay. No, I should be fine. No worries. Thank you very much, and I'll be back in a bit.
Okay, see you soon. So you go to like a barn type of thing, and the rickshaw is there. It's got a tarp on it already. You check underneath it. There's nothing there at the moment. And I assume you start pulling it like a rickshaw driver.
Yeah, I will. Hood up. Scarf covering my face, just hoping no one will notice me.
Okay. I'm gonna say make another stealth check to get out, but make it a disadvantage because you are carrying a cart. This is more to hide your face from people saying seeing you. So stealth check at disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
No problem. You go through the guards wave the cart through, and you drag it a mile or so out of town to come across Qrosk, Theodore, and Stello, and Shrubby,
Yeah.
and Snuggles, and 2 sleeping creatures.
Okay, guys. I've got some blankets, the cart. Let's put them in there. Let's go back inside to Mishan.
Yes. Want me to make us even more stealthy, or avoid suspicion?
We're not gonna be stealthy when we're walking in there.
Okay.
They're gonna see us. They're gonna know us.
That's true.
It's just a matter of them not checking the card.
Mm.
And just as a warning to everyone, we've grown some fame. They recognize us. It may be a bit uncomfortable, to be honest, but at least they're thinking highly of us.
It's better than being reviled, I would say. I have some experience in that regard.
I'm sorry to hear, but it is indeed better.
Yes.
Although, as you all know, I'm more comfortable in the shadows than out in the spotlight.
Mm.
So who's dragging this cart in?
I guess I could assist with the pushing and pulling. I mean, with my powerful build, I could push and pull a bit.
It's not too bad. I mean, it's designed to be pulled easily, so it's not so much a brute force, just someone's doing it. But absolutely, Stello, you can take the rickshaw position. Stello pulling the cart. Okay, so any other special preparations you want to do, or are you just gonna go on through? Oh no, Theodore, we can't hear you. Nope, cannot hear you. So let's just get this audio resolved for Theodore.
How about now?
Oh, there we go. You're back.
Yep.
You're back.
I forgot to turn on the mic. I keep talking and nobody's responding.
Why won't you
sorry,
respect
man.
No worries, my bad. I was just gonna suggest that in case somebody does check the cart, I have a lot of stuff in the bag of holding, and we can put it on the cart as a decoy. Like we have crossbows, we have armor, we have.
We could also put Shrubby and
Snuggles?
Snuggles on top.
I mean,
That
Snuggles
way-
can help pull the cart.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we could be like, they're pretty big, and if they look in the cart, then we can say like, we don't want people to see this metallic beast and a talking bush because people get suspicious of it. Which is a very reasonable lie, I think.
Mm. How much weight does the cart? How much weight can the cart take?
Quite a bit. I mean, with
Okay.
the 3 bodies, it could take Shrubby and Snuggles easily enough. But then you're starting to push it.
Okay, and we can tell Shrubby to just pretend to be like scared or shy if anybody checks what's under the tarp.
Okay.
Like we're trying to smuggle Shrubby in, not Garrett.
And I don't think they will check us. I think if we say it's gonna be fine, they trust us.
Well, let's hope so, but contingency plan.
True. Okay, let's head back in.
So what you have the 3 sleeping two sleeping people and a dog right on the base of the cart. Then I assume you cover over them with a tarp, and then put Snuggles and shrubby on top
no,
of
I
that?
think we've got also 3 blankets. So I think we put 2 blankets on the bottom to make them lie more comfortable.
Mhm.
1 blanket on top of them, and on top of that, shrubby and snuggles, and on top of that, the tarp.
Okay.
We also have 4 wolf pelts if it helps, if we need more.
We still have wolf pelts. God damn it. Yeah, we could also put those on the bottom just to make them more comfortable.
Sure. Okay, so with your your cart filled with a very bizarre sandwich, Stella, you start pulling the cart back into town. They recognize you. If nothing else, Stax was here just half an hour ago or something. I tell you, well, welcome back, Stello, Stax, Theodore, and Qrosk. You're always welcome in Bryn Shander. And the gates swing wide open. They don't search your cart. You are literally the heroes of Bryn Shander, and they do offer you some respect. And you make your way further into town. The similar things start happening to what Stacks come up. They start slapping you on the back and insisting on shaking hands. And then one burly gentleman, he looks a good 6'6" tall and almost as tall as he is wide, and he says, Stello, step aside. I can drag this cart for you wherever you want to go. Step aside. And he's almost pushing you out the way.
It's okay. We're just taking this to someplace. We can handle it. We're strong.
No, it's literally the least I can do. Please, let me help.
I come to him.
You can make a
I come to him.
persuasion check, Stello, if you want to persuade him that you've got this.
Before I do that, I'm going to give a look to Stax. Just, is this okay?
Let him carry it. We're headed to the house of the Morning Lord. If you can take it to the front steps, and then we can take it from there. What's your name, sir?
My name's Robert. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Robert. But
Robert gets on
as
the
much
cart.
as I appreciate it, it's not necessary.
So
We did not do those things because we were weak.
Well, it's the least I can do to say thank you. And Robert starts dragging the cart. Some other people kind of get on the side and try to make it look as if they're helping. But Robert's plainly got this. And more people come up to you and shake your hand, and it's maybe making you uncomfortable, plenty of slaps on the back. But eventually Robert brings it round to the house of the Morning Lord. Okay, do you need help unloading this?
No, it's all good. Robert, thank you very much for your assistance, but if it's okay with you, I just want to head in, speak to Mishan, and have my time with the Morning Lord.
Sure, I can help you unload this.
Robert, I would appreciate it if you'd give us our privacy.
I'll tell Robert. We appreciate your help immensely, and you know what? How about have a honey mead or 2 on us, and I'll give him like 2 gold, just to wash down that that porridge that the cauldron's feeding you.
I think with that, we don't need to roll. Gold and honey mead and the respect this town has for you is enough. And Roberts turns, kind of almost gives you a salute, and heads back, one presumes, to the local pub here, the North Look. Yeah.
I give a deep sigh. Thank you, Theodore. I guess gold is good for these things.
Well, let's get the cart inside.
Yes, let's get inside.
So it's easy enough to kind of back the cart in to like kind of the stable thing, and there's a door there on the side of the house of the Morning Lord. And without too much effort, you smuggle in Snuggles, Shrubby, Garrett. I forgot, what was the other guy's name? Garrett and Boy and what's his name? Keegan. And
What is Garrett with us as well?
yeah,
Didn't we leave
Sleeping.
him in?
you have all.
No, we did. We took all of them.
Yep.
Oh, okay. We got both of them. Okay. And Boy, yeah.
Yeah, because they were all objecting to you letting him die. All
Yeah,
making
sorry,
quite a
I
scene.
forgot. I didn't remember that we got the other two as well.
Okay, so you enter the house of the Morning Lord, and sorry, Mishan says, oh, Stacks, what's going on? Bring them in, that's fine, but what's going on? Why are you bringing these people here? Are they okay?
They are okay. Are we? Is it just us, or are there more people around?
It's just you at the moment. But Mishan does say,
Okay.
oh, I don't know what you're up to, but let's just keep it quiet. I don't know what Copper is going to do upstairs. If he hears too much commotion, then he's going to stick his nose into our business. He's a very curious
Mishan?
gnome. Yes?
These one of these two was offered as a sacrifice to a real, and we saved him. The other is his husband, and they will not be completely accepting of this fact yet, but let's wake him up. I'll talk to them.
Just
give me a
before
moment?
you do that, Stax, where did you take these people from?
Targos?
It was Targos. And she says, oh, Stax, what have you done? Did they find out what you did? Are you on the run from them?
No, they do not know. They might have a faint suspicion, but we left a blood trail. We left
What?
animal marks.
For all they know, it was wild beasts that were attracted to them. They might believe they were sent by the Frost Maiden herself to consume the sacrifices, or, well, they might think so.
I have to say, these two should probably stay in hiding for a while.
While all the 10 speakers, when they do get together, occasionally I'm invited to offer my insight. One thing I can assure you was, while the speakers disagree on the methods of sacrifices to O'Reilly, every single one of them agrees that sacrifices are necessary. So if the speakers find out that you've taken these people, I don't know what will happen, but it's going to be big, big trouble. People will accuse you of being in league with O'Reilly and doing your best to extend this winter by refusing the sacrifice to O'Reilly. So you need to think very carefully about what we do with these people. You could literally bring the fury of the 10 towns down upon you.
I mean, we've been in worse situations before, haven't we? Perhaps.
You've had worse situations than 10 towns literally chasing after you, baying for your head. You must have been in some pretty dire situations.
Yeah, I mean, there's a dragon, the Frost Maiden herself, an undead frost giant. But it's not a situation I would like to see.
Did these people come willingly?
Sadly, no. But I think I can convince them.
Now let me get this straight, Stax. You denied a sacrifice to O'Reilly, and then you brought them here, risking the entire 10 towns descending on the house of the Morning Lord. Is this how you repay us for saving you all those weeks ago? Bring down the fury of the 10 towns on the house of the Morning Lord?
But the fact that you saved me also means that you believe in saving people. And I save these people because I know something of O'Reilly, and she does not care about these lives.
Make me a persuasion check. I'm going to say it's straight. Disadvantage because you're doing something she doesn't agree with, but advantage because you've got history with her. So straight persuasion. Let's see how the charismatic group does the persuasion roll. Ooh. Wow. Yeah, from memory, you all at least have a -1 to persuasion.
Not anymore. Theodore has a +3, I believe.
+5.
Oh, really? Oh, okay, good to know.
Which doesn't help when you roll a natural one.
Good.
Like
How did you
last
bump
time.
that up to a +5? Just out of interest.
Feat, skill expert, which enables me to take proficiency and expertise in one skill.
Okay, very good. And Mishan starts like rubbing her temples. Oh, Dax, you raise a good point. I will accept these people and keep them safe here as much as I can, but word will get out eventually. You know that, right? I can't keep
It
them
doesn't
safe
have to
forever.
be here for weeks. We can also take them somewhere else. I believe they are capable of surviving. And I know there are places outside of 10 towns where they can survive. But we needed a place quickly and close by.
And where would that place be? Where are you going to take them?
Well, I was perhaps thinking of the Black Cabin. It's not the best place, but...
That's a good idea. It's far away and no one really goes there.
And
I'll
we
take you
could
to
buy
the Black
them
Cabin
supplies
so you can
for...
see it. Keep in mind
Was
there's
it-
literally holes in the floor. A lot of these windows, snow piles in here, drifts in here. But with a little bit of work, it could be livable. Just reminding you what's there.
Yeah.
But when you use that item, I guess we gotta talk to Copper about this soon. But I'm afraid if the Frost Maiden is somehow monitoring the area or trying to reclaim it, or was it a momentary, what should we say, like a
Improvement of weather.
Yeah, or was it permanent?
What you know is that the storm kind of went back a level. It was just like bad weather, but none of us would think twice about just putting up an umbrella and going out in such weather. It's not deadly or anything. And that was there when you left the Black Cabin. There seemed to be a radius of the effect that it had. And once you left that radius, the normal terrible weather of the 10 towns kicks up again. And then the good weather behind you gets lost in sight. So to answer your question, it was reasonable weather when you left, but you have no idea if it was permanent or not.
I was thinking about using the artifact again to see if it works in several places at once. Maybe use it here in Bryn Shander, see if it improves the weather here.
We could also take them to my old den to the south, where me and my teacher stayed. It's close to the woods, but it might. I'm not sure how. If it's been reclaimed by wild animals or maybe something else has taken residence in my old den. So,
Well, if it has, I don't think it'll be there for long when we arrive.
that is true.
But we've gone off subject. Stacks. Can you ask your friends if they know of a safe place where we could put up these two dwarves?
For now or for more
I mean,
stable residence?
preferably long term, but even short term would be fine for now.
Mishan, do you have a room that is more private than others? Maybe a bit more soundproof as well?
Yes, look, I can keep them here. And, Dax, maybe I need to start taking lessons from you. But you make a good point. I think you have done the right thing, but as an incredibly dangerous thing. I can keep them here at the House of the Morning Lord for a wee while, but it's impossible to keep them there quiet forever. You understand that, right? This is a big town. People come here, they worship there. So I can keep them here short term, but you need to find a long-term solution for this problem.
The first thing we have to do, however, is talk to them, and they will be upset, and they might make some noise, so I was hoping for a bit more of a private place where we can talk to them, maybe a cellar or an attic.
We can take them down into the cellar, sure. At least that'll keep Copper's ears elsewhere. So come on then, let's bring them down. And she takes him down into the cellar. There's some food stored there, not scarce food, but there is there some blankets. It looks tidy, not really livable. That way, you could stay down there. You wouldn't be comfortable though. Like you get on the blankets and stay there. But Mishan says, "Well, look, they could stay down here once we convince them to stay. It won't be pleasant. I'll bring them food, water, and so on, but they'll be literally cooped up down here. Who knows how Boy, the dog's going to react? Maybe the dog will start barking even to get out of here. Anyway, let's get them down."
Okay.
Okay, so amongst the everybody, you can get them down fairly easily. Arrange them on some blankets. Kind of prop them up and the head, lolls to the side.
Should
Let's
we
wake
leave them? Sorry.
We need to talk to them. I need to talk to them and first convince them that they should not have died there. Otherwise, they will just jump out and run into the snow.
And it would all have been for nothing.
Okay, and I crouch down and I wake them up. Just a few taps on the cheek, basically.
It's easy enough to wake them. As per the sleep spell, you just take an action to wake them up, so it's easy enough to do. And they come around. So I just want to look up one thing quickly. Okay, so you wake them up. Boy wakes up. He doesn't really know what's going on, and he jumps up on...
I would let Boy sleep for a second, if that's okay.
Sure. Okay, so Boy's asleep. But you wake Keegan up. You wake Garrett up, and they're a little bleary-eyed and says, what's going on? I should be dead now. I was a sacrifice for O'Reilly. I need to go. And he gets
silent
up.
For now.
What?
Sit.
What have you done?
I say sit, and I use thaumaturgy to make my voice louder.
Okay. Roll me a d20. This is a luck check. Good. Okay. I'm not going to say what would happen if you'd rolled low, but
Okay.
we'll say it's Garrett. Who's if you remember, which way around it goes. Yeah, Garrett was the one who went up the side of the mountain where you got him, and he's taken the lead, and his husband is kind of just looking around and chuckles, and he make an intimidation check. I'll give you with advantage since you thaumaturgied it. Oh no, prestidigitation, that one, it. So intimidation with advantage. He sits down with a start, seeing this usually timid Stax shout him down. Oh, Stax, what have you done? I was a sacrifice.
I know what you think you were meant to die. I know you all think that you know what the Frost Maiden wants. You all think what Auriel cares about your lives. Well, I know differently. Auriel does not want death. She just wants snow, freezing cold, and blizzards. She barely blinks when we live or die. When we were attacked by an ancient dragon, she flew by. It did not care. She did not even take a second. Yes, he saved us, but she does not know why. She even saved my life. She blessed me with her mark. And at this point, I pull back some clothing, and on my shoulder blade, there is the mark of Auriel, the Frost Maiden. And I show this to them. I know better what she wants, what she does not want, and your death would have done nothing. So trust me when I say that your death would have been in vain.
We need to get back to Targos then. Where are we? Is this Targos?
You are not in Targos. At this point you are safe, but Targos is no longer your home for as long as the Frost Maiden reigns here. They will kill you on sight. They will throw you out for the wolves again. I am sorry to say this, but life that you knew is gone. And for now, you are safe. We will try to find you a more permanent place to stay. It will probably be out of 10 towns. And might not be the most comfortable life, but I do think that you two, especially with Boy, could survive with just a bit of help.
Well, first of all, great speech. That was very well done as a player, so well done for that. And secondly, I think you can make a persuasion check at advantage, if nothing else, for that wonderful speech. Goodness, the advantage.
I will use my inspiration for that.
Sure.
Can I pat him on the shoulder and say well said and give him guidance with that?
It still has advantage, so you can roll persuasion again and take the highest of the two numbers and add a d4 onto it. So it's 10 plus
11 plus 2 is 13.
You know what you've done, right? You may have saved our life, but you might have killed us just the same. If we ever seen or heard that the sacrifice from Targos is no longer a sacrifice, we're as good as dead anyway.
We have covered all our tracks. They will find the stake, blood on the ground, animal tracks, and ropes bitten through. That is what they will find at the place they left you. They did not see us take you. They There might be a small suspicion, but I do not think they will actively look for you because there is nothing substantial we left.
I pray to the gods that you are right, but we can't stay in this attic forever. I mean, it's hard because we know what O'Reld wants, but you've made some good points, but you've been beyond friends for us. I think for now we'll accept this, and perhaps a belated thank you as well. But what next? Where can we go? I mean, we can't share our face in the 10 towns ever again. What do we do?
You can't show your face again as long as Oriel reigns. But we four are working on that as well. I might not know how long that will take exactly, but we're working on it. And in our travels, we found a few places where you might be able to stay, at least for the next period of time. It might not be as comfortable as your home, but you'll be together and you'll be alive. As long as you're alive, then there's hope for better.
Where are these places?
There's the possibility of the Black Cabin. Stella also knows of a place where he stayed with his mentor, more south.
It's directed to the southeast from here, in between Bryn Shander and Goodmead, in the forest.
You're talking about the temple that you found there?
No, just where I stayed with Minartok in my studies with him.
Okay. Yep, sure. So in this forest somewhere is where you studied. Okay. Oh, well, that would be fine. Now it's no secret that obviously you're a Goliath, Stello. And we know about the Sky Tower shelter and Wormdoom Crag. I know you're probably on one side of those. Far
Sky
away
Tower,
from
yes.
From Sky Tower, okay. That is far away from here. Do you think Goliath would be accepting of a couple of silly humans and their dog?
Well, I think as long as you know how to pull your weight in a tribe, Boy is pretty good at finding things. And what are your professions, Garrett and Keegan? I mean, you're a guide, and
I'm a capable guide. I'm a capable, hunter. I could definitely provide that way. But Keegan, my dear husband, you're never born for the outdoors. And if you remember back, Keegan come kind of from the rough side of town, from outside of the 10 towns, and Garrett was the other side, so they're very much opposites. Keegan could survive by himself. Sorry, the other way. Garrett could survive by himself, but Keegan, not so much.
I seem to recall you were pretty good at creating some great food for us, Keegan. I'm sure the cooks could use an extra hand in preparing the meat from hunts, I suppose.
To be honest, I can help out any way I possibly can.
I think it does not matter how much your skills, as long as your dedication, I could say, and your ableness. In my case, I grew too old to be of use, or so I thought until recently. But as long as you're able to provide in some way, they would probably accept you. I'm sorry to say, I do not know how much pull I have politically to get you in. I mean, I exiled myself from the place, and but in recent events should have proved. Let me just ask you guys, Stax, Garrosh, and Theodore. Would you consider me a coward?
No,
Definitely not.
never.
You have jumped in every danger we found.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'd even call you reckless.
Yeah.
Thank you. That lifts my heart. And, well, I guess that settles it. I mean, if I'm no longer a coward, then I see no reason to avoid Sky Tower anymore.
It seems at the very least we can make sort of some life from there. We don't necessarily need to hide in the shadows anymore. I mean, let's just put 10 towns behind us. And quite frankly, Stax, I don't believe you when you say you're going to end this endless winter and appease the Frost Maiden. I mean, she's literally a god. So I think you're delusional there. But at least we can make some type of good at the Sky Tower, live as a family, and do our best.
Think about this. If we thwarted the god's will, why didn't she stop us? We're just lowly adventurers, and we got away with the sacrifice that was meant for her. I don't think she really cared about the sacrifice in the first place, like Stax said. So I think you'll be safe from her.
Oh, yes, whether you're right or not, we're still not safe in any one of the 10 towns.
No, and it's okay if you think I'm delusional. But as long as you're willing to live on, then that's enough for me.
So in the meantime, we're reduced to the cellar.
Well, Cello, if you think that we could go there now with them, then I suggest we just head out right now. We pack some rations, do a bit of shopping, and go out tonight with them.
We could use some furs to keep you guys warm, food and rations, lots of rations.
I believe we need a new set of clothing for Keegan.
We have, in the bag of holding, we have 2 sets of winter clothes, and we can leave them the 4 wolf belts. For
Yeah, but he was
and we have
stripped naked, so he needs a full set of clothing, I believe.
We have the full set of clothing. That's fine.
Yeah, okay. Stella,
At this
how
point,
many
Mishan
days
says-
travel is it?
I mean, if you want to get them out of here as soon as possible, that is fine. I think I could probably safely keep them here for at least a couple of weeks. So it's up to you. If you have other business you need to attend to first, I can keep them safe for a good couple of weeks.
Well, if we've got a destination in mind, then I'd rather get them out of here as quickly as possible.
We could check out that star first, if we got some time. How about this? We could head and find out. We need to find out what this pinging thing is. Or we did find out this emergency message, I think it was said.
Mm-hmm.
That seems imperative, and, well, we could head there, head back to Prince Sander, then head to Sky Tower Shelter to shelter Keegan, Garrett, and Boy. And from there, we could see if we could locate this Dwergar base.
Which way is Sky Tower City?
It's
I'll put
far.
I'll show you it on the map. It's actually where that red circle is, but that's where it is.
So 43 miles or so.
And
We
there's
could also
this
just
one, which
take
I'll
them
put up
out.
there as well.
We could also take them straight away with us and go past the crash site. That thing.
Indeed.
And I understand Mishan's feeling. If there's even a chance that they're getting discovered here, it would be gigantic troubles, and
Indeed.
I think they'd even be safer with us checking out a dangerous place than sitting here.
You got a good point.
You could go down south to the 10 trail and then east into the mountains where the thing is supposed to be. That way we also don't have to pass through any other towns.
That seems a good route.
I mean, Keegan says, look, I'm okay with a sword. I mean, I fought with you, and Calvin's Kieran. So at least one of us can do it, and a boy can at least hold his own. So we can help you. You say it's to the south of the 10 Trails. Well, that's fine. It seems a risky path heading... What do we... Follow the spine of the world to get to your place? What do you think, Stella?
Yeah, it seems to be... There's no easy way to get to Sky Tower Shelter. We would have to brave the wilderness. And, well, it's bound to be danger.
Oh, is that more dangerous than the entire 10 towns out for our blood, though?
Depends. The case is that wherever we shelter you in the 10 towns, it's also going to bring down the wrath on the people we persuade to shelter you, and stacks as a point. If we bring the fury onto this temple, I do not wish to know what would happen to Mishan.
Mishan says, as I said, I can keep you here as long as you like. But I think anything above 2 weeks, people are going to start asking questions. And people are suspicious at the best of times. So choose carefully.
Theodore and Gareth, what do you guys think?
Well, Keegan and Garrett, have you ever thought about going further south to some warmer place like Neverwinter or Waterdeep?
I mean, Luskin is to the south of here. That's it's a dangerous journey along the 10 trails. I mean, half the time the whole pass is closed up. But you could try and make a life there.
It seems if it's blocked, either avalanches or it seems dangerous as well.
And the baths are not safe even now. There are goblins and still some giants that would probably eat you if you go alone.
Seems there are no good solutions. Look, I at least can hold my own out there with a sword. I think I could speak for all of us. Say we will be happy to travel to you, and you said some type of meteor to the south. Well, that's fine. I don't feel comfortable taking my family along the 10 trails. I mean, I'm capable outside, but the trail is blocked as often as not. And you're right, it is very prone to avalanches. Not many people have braved that trail. There would be a way to put Icewind Dale and the 10 towns behind us, but it'd be a dangerous path alone. We would prefer, I think I speak for all of us, to follow you south, deal with this meteor or whatever it is you want to do, and then head to Sky Tower Shelter. But it is your call. We need to make a decision. Uh-oh. Yes. Let's reconnect. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Waiting endpoint. Stello, can you hear me in here? Okay. I heard something.
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Okay, good. Theodore?
Yeah, I'm here. I can hear you.
I'm back as well.
Okay,
All good.
good. Okay, so let me just change back to the European server, and if that doesn't work, we'll stick here. Just it's, I think, a lot better we do that. So let me just try changing the server, and if we're still kicked out, we'll come back here. So just a moment. Okay, does everybody hear me? Okay, how's that?
Yep, that's good. But the Euro server seems to be down, yeah.
Yes, the European server. Okay, Qrosk, can you... Okay. Oh, we know it's not us. Qrosk, can you hear? Qrosk? Can you hear Theodore? I think Theodore and Stello were there.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep. Theodore?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I hear you fine as well.
Okay, it's just Qrosk then. I think Qrosk hang up. Qrosk. Qrosk.
It might just be AFK because it might have taken it as a break.
Maybe. I'll write him in roll 20. Type.
Okay, I'm here. Sorry.
Oh, okay,
Oh.
great.
Nice.
Yes, that seems it was a problem with the European server. So we're in the US West server. Yeah, not the best, but we'll make do. Stax, I see you're on mute, but are you good?
Yeah, I'm just eating.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, so back onto it. So not sure where we lost it, but the husbands were making the point that they're not great with any solutions, but they would be happy enough to travel with you to the south of the meteor and then head across to Sky Tower Shelter. So yeah, we're happy to travel with you to the meteor and then Sky Tower Shelter, but Ultimately, it is your decision. But that would be our preference.
I think we should take you guys with us.
Okay then. I think we've imposed on Mishan long enough, even though it hasn't been very long. Shall we?
Yes, let's go. I might need some. I think I might just see if Mishan, do you know if there's any shops in town that might have gems or gem dust?
Well, the only place I know would be, what's it called? Place for the arguing doors with black iron blades. That's your best chance.
Would you also know
Stella,
if there's any rumors for magical items for sale?
Oh, no one I know who sells magical items.
We could check with the speaker. She said that she'll inquire last time we talked to her.
Mm-hmm.
True. We will also need an additional X-Speak, I believe.
That shouldn't be a problem, I think.
No,
Yeah, you could get an X-Speak here, yes. Once again, black iron blades could supply for that. I think it's 50 gold pieces for one of those. Because you had a spear one, right, for the whale orchard, the whale oil merchant, and so that could be for Keegan or Garrett, and then one more.
Yeah, we'll hire one before we go.
Okay.
By the way, Stalo, you asked for some gems or gem dust. We have quite a few gems in our bag of holding, but they need to be turned to dust, I guess.
Yeah,
Ground down.
Yeah. Let me see. I think it's specifically ruby and ruby dust and diamonds of some worth. I could use.
Oh, I don't think we have those. We have some garnets and similar. So they're lower level gems, I guess. Lower quality gems. But yeah, maybe we can trade those for the ones you need.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay, then I guess we're going to the town speaker.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, should we let the gnome upstairs, I think his name was Copper, know about his friend at the Black Cabin?
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
By the way, before we leave the temple, I'll ask, can we, or actually I'll talk to Stax because he should know this. I want to leave them with some money, just like a donation. Would they be okay with that? Just for sheltering us for today?
Yeah, they should be fine with that. I left them a donation last time we were here as well, or a few times ago. Mission always uses the gold of donations to help the poor and those in need, so yeah. And if you guys go upstairs to Nominacher, I'm gonna stay down with Mission for a second.
Yes.
I'll see you later.
Okay, so Stax is staying down with Mishan and everybody else down there, and the rest of you are going up to talk to Copper. What's his name? Copper Knockerbottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you walk up the stairs. He lives in like a place right above the house of the Morning Lord. I assume you knock on the door. And it swings open. You see the gnome there, Copper Knocker Bottoms. Ah! Hey, lads, come on in. Come on in. Tell me, what became of Macratus, that grumpy old bastard? Is he still doing well?
Well, it's not. I'm afraid we bring some grim news. It seems his research brought him to his end.
Stupid bastard. I warned him time and time again. But tell me, did he get the Summer Star working at least?
He didn't, but, we did, and it seemed to have an effect.
Doesn't seem to have an effect as far as where it's Bryn Shander, so I assume it's not a raging success.
No, it was a small or a big radius around Black Cabin, but we're not sure if the effect stayed, or if it's still working, or it's passed. It's been some time since we were there.
Well, thank you for letting me know. And as I said, Macratus and I had our differences. I thought he was on a fool's errand for sure, which is why I returned back to Bryn Shander. I'm sorry to hear of his demise, but I do thank you for checking up on him at least.
No worries. I think in the end, I'm not sure if it was just the wind, but I could swear we saw his spirit thanking us as he passed on.
At least the old bastard will rest in peace. That's something. And while I can't thank you, or pay you, I should say, feel free just to keep the provisions I offered you to bring to Mishan. Just keep those for yourself.
Thank you, Mr. Nobberknocker.
Yeah, Nobberknocker, that's right. No problems. So what brings you guys to town?
Shopping, catching some supplies for before we head further on in our journeys to, discover what's going on with this winter.
All right. Well, best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Okay. Do you want to talk to Mishan privately at all there, Stax?
Yeah, probably just have a brief discussion about the fact that gain some powers from the Morning Lord.
Getting some... Mm-hmm.
Yeah, basically that I've taken one level in Cleric. And just have a little chat about that with her.
Okay, so you talk about the subtleties of the Morning Lord and exchange, some lore about the Morning Lord. And you also want to go to Black Iron Blades?
Yeah, see if they got some diamonds.
Okay, well, the two... I don't necessarily need to play this out, but the two dwarves there continue to bicker back and forth, a brother and a sister. And they can definitely sell you an axe beak for 50 gold pieces. That's no problem. They say, ruby dust, diamonds. We don't have any, but maybe there is something you can help us with, and maybe the dwarves we know who reside near Calvin's Cairn might be able to provide you such things, but maybe you can do something for us first.
What is it?
Well, many of the dwarves along the valley, they do a lot of mining. And we set out there's a group of 3 dwarves that sent out, and they lost, and only 2 of them came back, and they're shipping a whole cart full of iron ingots, which are very useful to us and others. So, if you're to go talk to those dwarves, found out what happened to the iron ingots, then perhaps if you bring those back, we can get you some ruby dust.
And diamonds, yes. That's thank you for the tip. Where could we find those dwarves?
I'm sure they're drinking in the Northlook Tavern.
I'll go have a word with them. And, yes.
Bring us the iron ingots. What type of diamond are you looking for?
Well, it's
Small?
pretty valuable diamonds. It should be pretty valuable, to around 300 gold at least.
This is your Revivify diamond, right? Says Malcolm.
Yes.
Okay. 300 gold pieces. Those ingots are pretty valuable to us and necessary. If you bring us the iron ingots back, we will provide you with a 300 gold diamond. And ruby dust is stretching it a little bit. Tell you
It's
what,
okay. I can make do with the diamond.
Okay. I look forward to the return of the iron ingots.
I'll put it in my planner.
And I would also like to buy some flasks of oil, if that's possible. I believe you just got a new shipment.
Aha, we did. Look up a price for that for you. Get the good old players handbook. So just flasks of oil.
Mm-hmm. 5 pieces.
5 silver pieces. 1 silver piece per flask.
Okay.
Anything else you guys need?
I'll ask if he knows if a magical weapon can be acquired anywhere in town, or outside of town.
Not that I know of, friend. Though. Tell you what. You bring me back that iron ingots, and I happen to know of a place which was very magical in the past, and has since, shall we say, crashed and is buried underground. I fear myself to go there, but that could be a source of many a magical item. Once again, this is contingent on the iron ingots.
Of course. If no magical weapons are sold here, is there a blacksmith or an arcanist that can enchant an existing weapon?
Bryn Shander, I'm afraid.
Okay. We'll make sure we get you the iron ingots then.
Yeah. And just, as I said, I haven't ventured down there, but I did have a friend who has since passed away who did go down there. And he said there was a magical process down there that could turn the illusion into something real. So maybe it could create you, if you create an illusionary magic item, it could create a real magic item. Anyway, I've probably said too much. Bring me the iron ingots and we'll talk some more.
Okay. Thank you for the information. And the job.
Okay, so let's say you all convene back at the house of the Morning Lord. And you have all of a sudden lots of options before you. You can seek out these iron ingots, get your diamond. He hinted a very magical place that turns illusion into real things. Whether that extends to magic items or not, we shall see. You've also got the fallen, the meteor thing to investigate, and a trip to Sky Tower. What do you guys want to do?
Talk to the speaker.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that.
Are we
If
still
she's,
owed some gold
procured.
about the oil wheel?
That's true.
Oh, you haven't collected the last of the.
Didn't we? I think we did with all the platinum and stuff, didn't we? We got 1,000
that was-
first, and then
No,
We
that was
already
the
got
gold for
all-
the food, but the wheel oil, didn't we? Wouldn't we get a reward for that as well? Like I said, I don't have any notes, but
the whale oil.
Yeah, as 150 gold pieces. It was what you were promised to retrieve the whale oil.
yeah. So we have to pick up that part, and she would inquire about magical items, which we could still check on.
She says that she's asked about magic items. None have come forward yet. She's happy enough to pay you 150 gold pieces. And once again, the Prince Shander owes you a great favor. Is there something I can do for you, help you with?
Well, you seem to be one of the few people with large wealth. Would you happen to possess any gems? Diamonds or rubies, specifically?
Roll me a d20, and you want a 15 to 20. A d20.
Okay, Stella, will you roll? 'Cause this
sure.
one's for you.
Oh, thank you.
You want to roll high.
Whew.
While I don't have any diamonds, I do have some rubies. There's specifically ruby dust you're after. They'll need to be crushed. But yeah, I have access to rubies.
Great.
Now, what are these rubies for, out of interest? Says both the speaker and Malcolm.
To create, I was thinking for Keegan and Garrett, some way to always have a light to light their way and cast continual flame on something to, well, act as a torch. That doesn't look like the Wand of Orcus.
It might be good for them to protect themselves with, because everyone's just scared.
That's true.
Though not everybody will know what the Wand of Orcus is. If you remember, you guys fought a really high religion check. So
True.
it's not in common knowledge. But regardless, so how much gold pieces of ruby do you need? Says both the speaker and Malcolm.
50 for one.
1-5?
No, just 50 gold. Let me
I'll
just
tell
double
what.
check.
I'll tell you what, I still owe you 150 gold pieces for the oil. So we'll just make it 100 and I can give you this ruby.
If that's okay with you guys, then
Yes, of course.
Here's 100 gold pieces and a 50 GP ruby. Nice roll, by the way, Stello.
thank you.
Should I add that to the party stash?
It's 25 gold each. It should be easy to just add in the pockets, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I just need to know whether you're keeping the 25 on your person, or should I put it in the bag of holding with the rest of party funds?
It's not so much money, so I think we can just keep it on our person.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll take it.
Person, it's fine.
Okay, so we're going to break in a little bit. I just want to know what you guys plan to do next.
I think we plan to go south, taking the 10 trail, and then veering east south to get to the area with the fallen star crashed.
Yeah, good idea.
Then a bit more east-north, and then along the foot of the mountain, traveling east again towards Sky Tower Shelter.
Okay, so you're not interested in the iron ingots, at least not yet.
Later on.
Low priority.
Low priority. Okay, so Boy, Keegan, and Garrett will travel with you down the 10 trails to somewhere around here, the meteor or the nautiloid or whatever it is. Okay, so let's take a short break. When we get back, we'll retest the European server as well, and let's just meet back in 5 minutes. Sounds good?
Yeah.
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 Sounds good.
Sweet.
Could you just remind me, where are we supposed to get the iron bars?
That was at Calvin's Cairn, I think, where we found Keegan.
Yeah, what he told you
Okay.
is, there is like along here is the Valley of the Dwarves, where a lot of dwarves have taken to hide underground. And there was a shipment between the Dwarven Valley and Bryn Shander that somehow got lost. And 3 dwarves left and 2 dwarves came back. But if you want to learn more of that story, then just go to the Northlook Tavern at some other point. We can pick it up from there.
Yeah.
So it's not in the right direction.
I suggest we go out of the gate the same way we went in.
Okay. Well, I think you guys
Sure.
have negotiated the attention that people have been giving you. Let's say Robert comes back. He helps you drag the cart here. The guards let you out. More slaps on the back, and on the road again. Eventually, you get a few miles out of town. Keegan and Garrett pops themselves up. I assume you're waking up a boy at some point along here.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so... Sorry, just getting organized here. So you head yourself south along the 10 trail, effectively leaving. This would be the way if you ever wanted to leave Icewind Dale. This would be it.
Bye.
So I'm just...
I think on the journey, Stella would like to ritual cast Speak with Animals and see how Boy is doing. Literally, see what his thoughts are on the situation.
Hey, do you have any more of those treats? Those fish treats? Hey, hungry. What do you got?
No more treats.
I love
Stacks
fish
might have
treats.
some. It's okay, Boy. You're gonna protect Keegan and Garrett, right?
Oh, that's what I do. They're my masters, of course. They start sniffing
That's
around
good.
your backpack. You sure there's no treats in here? Really hungry? Come on.
I'm gonna pull some rations and give him.
Just demolish it. You didn't have a
That's
stick,
a
do you?
good boy.
I haven't chased a stick for a long time. Can you throw a stick? Throw a stick. Come on.
Tell you what, Boy. When we camp, I'll see if we can find some sticks to play with.
Okay. You're going to take good care of my masters, right?
Of course, the best care. It might be some strange new environments now, but I trust that you will keep them safe and stay safe as well.
Of course. Just one more treat. Come on. I'll be a good boy.
Okay, you little rascal. Treats.
Doesn't even really swallow it. Doesn't even really chew it. Just goes straight down. All right. Boy's happy. He's got his both masters back for a while now, actually. I think got a little bit grim on a post outside of Targos, but he's happy again. He's a dog. He just defaults to happy. But as you head south... Yep.
Would Stalo tell us that the boy wants to play with a stick?
Oh,
Or
yeah,
is that
definitely.
Okay. I'll conjure a mage hand and tease him with a stick. I'll just as soon as he wants to grab it, I'll move it away.
Give me. You throw it away?
I can either throw it away or just move it really quickly when he tries to bite it.
Throw it. Come on.
Yeah. And I'll just
Throw it.
okay. I'll throw it.
Tears off after it, grabs the stick, brings it right back to again. Do it again. Come on. Do it again.
He says he wants to do it again. He's enjoying himself.
Throw the stick. Throw the stick.
I'll keep throwing it with the mage hand. I still have my hands free.
All right. So boy is thoroughly enjoying. Yep.
After a little bit, I'll probably go to Boy and show him the arrow and just shoot an arrow.
How far?
Well, I'll probably start off at 100 feet and then slowly keep going further and further. And
Okay.
at the same time, I'm of course practicing horseback shooting, which I checked, and it should be possible for any character, but I'm not sure how you would rule it. If I need
Well,
practice
sure.
with it.
We did the training. I assume shooting these arrows off to our boy and him retrieving them. And let's say you can shoot arrows from horseback now. I think that's fair.
Okay.
Keegan says, look, we have a long road ahead of us. Maybe it's best we don't exhaust Boy just now.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Oh, come on!
Come now, boy. It's time to rest a bit. Get some sleep.
All right. And just
Nah, we're making camp.
just
Just to play with him.
Just as a quick test, I'm going to try going back to the European server. So let's see if this works. Is everybody still there?
Yep.
Seems good.
Okay, so the European server is back. Okay, great. So you head along, having a jovial time with Boy, but then as you get closer to the spine of the world mountains, bad weather really starts to kick in. And despite the having fun with Boy, suddenly the realization of exactly what you're up against. You know, Stax is starting to believe almost that you can stop this endless winter. It's almost as if O'Reilly has remembered those words and saying, she's not done yet by any stretch of the imagination. And the bad weather takes a decidedly worse turn. Blizzard type conditions start just pelting the entire group. Visibility is reduced pretty much to the person in front of you and not much further. Boy is no longer enjoying this. Garrett is struggling. Everybody is struggling. What do you guys do? Caught in a blizzard.
Would it have been possible if, as we saw the blizzard approaching, we quickly set up a tent?
Sure. Yep. Actually, make a nature check first to see if you can read the weather and do it quickly enough to set up a tent. So a nature check.
All of us or just Stax?
I think all of you. All of you can keep an eye out. So make a nature check. Oh wow. You all see it coming. And just look. Oh wow, yeah, well done. So you see it coming. You quickly set up the tents. And how many tents do you have?
I've got one. I think we had 3 tents.
Yeah, me too. I have one.
So let's say 3 tents. 3 tents is enough for 6 people comfortably. You do have Boy can squeeze in anywhere. Okay, so you set up the 3 tents and the blizzard and the things just start pelting in. Let's see how it lasted.
Didn't we say that Stalo checks for the weather, what the weather will be next day, every
Oh,
February or something?
Sure. So, regardless,
We would have
You would have seen it work.
expected, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you set up the tents and you hunker down. Garrett and Keegan and Boy, let's say, taking one tent and keeping warm as best they could, as everybody is. Snuggles. Is Snuggles cold weather equipped, or could Snuggles just exist in the cold?
Yeah, he can just exist in the cold.
Okay.
I'll take Snuggle.
Such a cute
I mean,
name
if-
for
if-
such a creepy creature.
If it takes damage, I can either fix him with a mending spell, or it can fix itself. I think 3 times a day.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
I think it kind of makes sense that this metal object can handle the cold. So we'll say Snuggles is outside, keeping an eye on things. You all hunker down as best you can, and a good 4 hours passes before the blizzard also passes. And so the weather, after a good shake-up, settles down to merely bad. Okay, and alright, and you carry on cursing the last hours because time is important. Keegan and them are keeping close. And you eventually come to what used to be the main way into the 10 towns. You do see a river heading off this way, and obviously the trail heads further down that way. What do you want to do?
I will first try to determine if the pinging has gone quicker or if I noticed any change while we're approaching the site.
Yes. Well, it's not pinging so much. It's doing that message over, and it is getting louder. I'll just remind you of the message. Remember, it's a language you don't recognize, and you still don't recognize it, but you remembered that this is what someone told you that it said.
And we know that Stax is actually wearing the Psy Crystal.
Yep, it's in the middle of Stack's forehead at the moment.
Yep.
But using this beacon, because it is a beacon, you figure start following along this river would be the best way to go, which I assume you do.
Yep.
Okay, so the river is frozen over in several places. You can skip back and forth over it as you. Let's remove that for now. As you come down here. Yep.
Stax, do you think maybe you should hide the Psy Crystal? Because if they need it, and they're usually evil, we might not want to give it to them. Or at least make it obvious that we have one.
Are we sure that they're evil and...
They eat brains
If
and
it's-
enslave people, so...
Fair enough, but... Do we truly just want to go in there and kill them, or... Do you think we could perhaps just... trade this and they'll be gone?
I'm
If
open to
all the information that we got, it seems that they crashed here. They have an emergency something, and they need this crystal. What if they just need this crystal to get their ship going and get out of here?
I'm
Things-
open to all options, but let's just not put the crystal on display, I think.
I understand, but without the crystal attuned to me, I cannot find it. I'm still got a scarf around my head, so it's not that visible, but it should also give us a possibility to negotiate with them without them noticing us.
Okay, well, we'll see what kind of situation arises when we find them. Just be careful, please. They might not be beneath killing you if they want it badly enough.
Well, if they want it badly enough and they threaten to kill me, I just might throw it at them and run away.
Right. Yeah, that's also an option.
Yeah. It's not that valuable. It's practical, I'm sure, but it wouldn't be the end of the world if I would lose it.
Okay, just be careful. Like I said, they enslave minds and eat brains, lots of other things. Watch out for the tentacles.
I will.
Okay. So with Stax leading the way, Stax kind of has to lead the way because he's using this as a beacon. You travel down the river, and as you trudge deeper into this mountainous valley, an eerie glow. In fact, I'll show you exactly where it is on the map. Right there. And yeah, as you trudge deeper into a mountain valley, an eerie glow betrays the monstrous outline of something stupendous and ominous. Looks like a cephalod with slimy, ropey tentacles as thick as tree trunks that has tried to and failed to bury itself in the immense snow. Okay, so weird crash creature. And as you approach, what's everybody's passive perception? Start with Stello. What's yours?
16.
Theodore?
16 as well.
Qrosk?
Can't find it. Give me a second.
Perception plus 10.
It's just 10.
10? Okay, and Stax?
20.
Okay. Actually, so let me just work this out. So Qrosk, you don't see it. Keegan doesn't see it. Let's see what Boy's passive perception is like. Boy sees it. And Garrett sees it. So just Qrosk and Keegan. So as you're approaching this weird thing, everybody except Qrosk and Keegan. I mean, I'm assuming Stax is leading the way, Garrett and Keegan in the middle, Stello and Qrosk kind of at the back, Theodore and Boy bounding around. Actually, Keegan will probably stay next to Garrett. So you happy with that? Stax up front, Theodore next, Garrett and Keegan more or less side by side. Stello at the back, Stello next and Qrosk at the back.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll be side by side with Snuggles as well.
Oh,
Sounds
Snuggles.
good.
Sorry, I forgot Snuggles. Oh, and of course Shrubby. Bring Snuggles and Shrubby across too. Okay, so Snuggles next to Theodore. And Snuggles is fully repaired, right?
Yeah, definitely.
It's got him at 21 hit points for somehow, but that's easy enough to fix.
27 actually, because I
Yeah.
leveled up. He gets extras.
Oh, that might be why he was on 21. Okay. I will say Shrubby at the back with Qrosk. Oh, what's Shrubby's passive perception? Nope, Shrubby doesn't see it. And Snuggles' passive perception, yeah. Okay, so as you're walking along and approaching this weird Nautilord, you hear this strange chittering sounds. And you look up, and along this valley floor you're going, you see a couple of these hideous creatures start zooming down the side of the mountain. It's not like they're climbing down, they're like walking down, almost like spiders. And everyone, Qrosk and Keegan, you are surprised by their approach. I'll move them back just a little bit, but everybody else is not. So let's roll for initiative. but some of you will be surprised. And our rifle boy, Garrett and Keegan. And I'll show you this now. This is what the carrion crawlers look like, and that thing in the background is this weird ship that is on the ground there. But as you approach it, these carrion crawlers come out and do attack you. Did you guys see that picture?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
How far away from the ship are we now?
100, 200 feet? Let's say 200 feet, so quite a distance away from it.
Yeah.
But
I don't
Stax,
think I would have gotten any closer.
Stax, yeah, you see these creatures come out, gliding down the side of the mountain.
What would Stax do?
Could you just sort the
Sure.
initiative order again? Because
Yep, there we go.
thank you.
Stax would run in front of Garrett.
Okay.
And then she would cast Fairy Fire.
Ooh, okay. So what save did I get for that?
It's a Dex DC 15 on both of them.
They both fail. What color is your Fury Fire?
Probably a bit of that orange reddish tint that you get at sunset.
Okay. Here we go. That's as close as I can get. So, yeah, the two carrion crawlers instantly glow up and you can see weaknesses and stuff. Is it... is there any attack rolls, including spell ones, will have an attack roll, and melee in range will have advantage against these things? Does Lexa come in, you cast your spell, take a step back? Yeah, well done. And the two creatures light up. Is that your turn, Stax?
Yeah, yeah, bonus action, can't do anything interesting. That's my turn.
Okay, Qrosk.
How high are they?
They're 20.
About?
They're at the top of this cliff, and there's a 20-foot high. The 20-foot high up. So the distance of this cliff is 20 feet up. So they're 20 feet above you, but they are starting to crawl down the side there.
So I'll go under the cliff and prepare myself to attack this one once it crawls down.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. So as soon as it gets in range, you're going to take a snap at it. What's that glow for? Oh, it's gone again. That's fine.
Just testing my range.
Sure. So, yeah, Qrosk, you come down. What's Qrosk wielding nowadays?
Great sword.
Great sword. So you get ready with the great sword. Like, come on, beast. Stello.
Stello is gonna bonus action enter starry form and will hit this one in front of Stax.
Okay.
Let's see.
Assume that's not with advantage, but a 16 hits nevertheless.
Oh, with Fairy Fire, isn't it advantage?
Oh, it is advantage, you're right. But 16 would have hit anyway. Yes, so, yeah. Fuck!
And I'm gonna move up a bit and stand next to Stax and take the dodge action.
Is your starry...
Yeah, that's Star Form is bonus action to enter, and the first shot is also a part of the transformation.
Okay, so first shot is bonus action, sure, and then you take your action itself for the dodge.
Yeah.
Everyone getting ready, and now the carrying. Yep.
And subsequent ones are also bonus action, but yeah.
Okay.
The first one is part of the transformation. Yeah.
Okay, so this creature starts scuttling down the hill. It doesn't get all the way down though, but it's used its 10-foot reach to lash out a tentacle at Qrosk, so your prepared action doesn't go off, and it rolls a 14, which I don't
That's
think
missed.
was it.
And can I reach it at all?
It's got a 10-foot reach.
So I cannot reach it. Okay.
No, you
Never
can't.
mind.
And it's got to perch right up there on the side of the mountain. And it's going to fire another tentacle at you, try and get you the second time. Rolls a 21 this time. Well, firstly, the tentacle lashes in you and you feel the poison coursing through your body. So you take 6 points of poison damage. And I need you to make me a constitution saving throw. So you feel the poison course through your half-orcish body, and you almost feel like you're locking up and it can't move, but then Qrosk breaks through to it and you resist the effect of the poison. But the still thing is sort of like a little bit down on the cliff. Keegan is just going to get back up the hell out of there. Retreat back over there. Boy is going to come right next to Qrosk and start barking at this thing. And a similar thing, if it gets within range, it's gonna bite it. But that's what he does. Now this one up here does scurry down. It's gonna shoot a tentacle at Stacks. Rolls a 17. Is that it?
I believe so. Yes, my AC is 17.
Yeah. And once you also feel the poison coursing through your body, take 6 points of poison damage and make me a Constitution saving throw. Or you too resist the poison, but it does fire a second tentacle, realizing maybe the alpha's too good, going for the old Goliath instead. And that one does hit you, Stello, with a 24.
With disadvantage?
Yeah, it does. It was a natural 20.
Oh.
And
Oh,
you
boy.
roll a natural 20 and a 16, so you get 24 with disadvantage. You take
Yep.
5 points of poison damage, and make me a Constitution saving throw.
Yes. Let's see. Oh, sorry, that's with advantage, so 11.
11 is not enough. So you see Dello, whole body just lock up. Now, so this will be the token. And then it wraps its tentacles around Stello and starts dragging him back up the hill. It gets to the top of the cliff with him. Stacks, you can have an opportunity attack if you like.
Yeah, I haven't got anything prepared. I only have my bow.
You can punch him.
So, yeah. I can't try to grab Stello
According to
as
the
my
rules,
reaction.
No, you can only attack. Make a melee attack, or that's it.
Then I will use my reaction to use half my movement. Oh no, I can't. No, then I'm gonna let it go. Can't really do anything.
Okay, so you see
How high up is the carrion crawler now?
Let's say he's halfway up the cliff. So he's he climbed down. You see, climbed down. It's just starting to go up the cliff, so he's still within melee range, but he won't be after this. So someone could, in theory, get to Stello, because he's just starting to go up the cliff like a spider would. Theodore, you're up.
Well, I was gonna bless everyone, but I'll use my Thorn Whip on this one and try to pull in closer to us.
Okay, good idea.
And it's still advantage, right?
Yep, it's glowing, yep.
No, it's not, because I failed my Constitution saving throw.
Oh, that was for
for a
that.
concentration check.
Okay, thanks for keeping track of that. So no more advantage, and they stop with their sunset glow. So the thorn
Then
hook
it would be a 14, yeah.
14. Let me just get this. A 14 does hit.
Okay.
And how are you going to drag them?
Just towards me the whole 10 feet.
So let's say 6 points of... Take 6 points regardless, and you drag him back 10 feet. I'm going to say, since he's so low, you won't get any falling damage for Stello. But yeah, come back here! Bring them back. Nice.
Okay, then as a movement, I will move a little bit to the back, and that's it for this turn.
Okay.
Oh wait, I still have a bonus action. I will. I'll cast Sanctuary on Stello.
Interesting. Okay. So that's concentration for you.
No, it's not.
Not?
No, it's a bonus action and no concentration.
Right you are.
That's why I cast it, because I want to cast Blast next.
And so unless,
if I make it.
unless Stello attacks something, he will be warded. Right?
Yeah.
But he's paralyzed as well, so... Unlikely. Okay, we'll give him a glow. Give him a nice blue to indicate that he's got a sanctuary on him. Okay, so Snuggles.
Snuggles will get right next to the carrion crawler and attack.
Okay. Oh, that hits just. Force.
8 force damage. Good
Okay.
boy. And that's it.
All right. Garrett is going to rush over here and say, "Leave my friends alone, you foul beast!" And brings out his short sword, hacks down. Oh, it does hit with a 14. That's 3 piercing damage. Get off him! Carrion crawler's starting to take a bit of a beating. Still got a lot of life into it. Shrubby, what's Shrubby going to do?
Shrubby is gonna move, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20. Just move up a bit. Can't really do anything. He's gonna dash. So 25,
Okay.
30. Or here.
Stacks.
Would this part be climbable? Because there's like snow piling down, or is it still too high?
Yes, it would. You can go up here and climb up here. No check required.
Okay, then I'm going to disengage and start moving over that way.
Okay.
And from here I'm gonna shoot the carrion crawler.
Okay. He wings out into the wilderness. No hit. Okay. Grush.
Okay,
Yeah.
can I try to? I don't know. Can I try to climb up and just start hitting it from there?
You
From
can.
top
You
of
n-
the.
I'll need you in athletics to do that. Say, not too hard, DC 10, but you will be at disadvantage to hit this thing because you're kind of holding on with one arm and swinging with the other. So make an athletics check. So you climb up, so it'll put you there, which brings you right next to the carrion crawler. But if you want to attack, it's at disadvantage.
Okay, so I hold on onto the cliff while the carrion crawler, oh my god, is trying to snatch me, but I'm faster than him, and I managed to at least try to land 2 attacks.
Okay, let's see how it goes. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's amazing.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah, well that is amazing, especially with disadvantage. So the first
Yeah.
one definitely hits for 23 points of damage. The holding on with one hand, you lash out at this creature and carve a good chunk of it in it. It screams back in pain. Your second one, though, clangs against the cliffside, no damage done. Is that your turn, Qrosk, as if you haven't done enough?
That's it. Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm
Stella,
hanging there.
Yep. So Stella, you're still paralyzed for this round, but you do get to repeat your saving throw again. So make me another Constitution saving throw. Okay, so you come back to consciousness. You are no longer paralyzed. You are still in this creature's tentacles, though. But that is the end of your turn. So at the end of your turn, you come back to consciousness. Now, so this thing sees. Since it's got effectively spider climb, I'm not going to get a disadvantage for attacking you. But Qrosk, it does fire at a tentacle, rolls a 21. So that one sinks in for 4 points of piercing damage. And make me a Constitution saving throw. Do you know the DC is 13?
Yeah, working on it.
You resist the effect of the poison. But while it's got you there, it's going to also bring its bite attack down upon you. Rolls an 18, which hits. And it sinks into you for another 6 points of piercing damage. Then it's going to... what's it going to do? And back up. You can have an opportunity attack at disadvantage if you like.
Yeah, sure.
15 does hit. So another 11 slashing as a creature coils back from the attack. Okay, that's its turn. Keegan is going to stay back and, I don't know, hide in these rocks over here. Why don't we give him a stealth check? Let's see what he gets. 9. Not nearly as adept as Stax. Boy is going to try and scamper up this hill. He's going to make an athletics check, or see, slightly more dexterity, so he's trying to scramble up there. He scrambles up and gets halfway, then slides back down again. Just starts barking. Couldn't get up the slide of the hill. This one over here is... it still has him grappled. One, two, sorry. Wow, so 20 feet to get up. 30, 40, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Yoink! Drags you over there with his tentacles, and it sees you, It's just going to get to the top of the cliff, a bit less, and sees you starting to come back to life again. So it's going to whip at you with its tentacles. Rolls at 18.
Has to make wisdom saving throw, I think.
Oh, you are right. You are right. So wisdom saving throw. 7, so it doesn't attack you. Yeah, but it did try to attack you, but failed to get to the sanctuary. So it's not going to move further. Okay, nice spell, Theodore. Speaking of Theodore.
Yeah, I will move over to this pile of snow and cast Bless on Stalo, myself, Garrosh. Where's... Oh, Stax is... Hold on. Let me just see if I can... Yeah, I can just get him. So Stax, me, Stalo, and Garrosh. With the level 2 spell slot.
All your fellow party members. Okay, nice. So you cast Bless on them. You feel the good guidance. And so that's your action.
That is my movement and action, yes. I don't have a bonus action right now, so I guess it's Snuggles' turn.
Okay.
I'll send Snuggles up the hill if he can make it.
I'm going to say with his scorpion form, he can make an athletics check with advantage to try and get up there. Ooh, wouldn't have made it otherwise. So it gets 20 feet. So that costs him 20 feet of movement to get there.
Okay, he has 40, so
Okay.
I guess he'll move the whole way over here. Just to block the carrion crawler a bit.
Okay.
Oh, and he still has an attack.
Yeah, with 40 feet of movement, he can do that. Absolutely. 24 does hit. Oh, 10. Wow. That goes MVP. Garrett is going to try and scramble up the side of the slope as well. He's going to... Nope, he'll use his acrobatics to get up there. Oh dear. He climbs up, he says, oh, protect my friends, and he completely and utterly bungles it. And not only does he not get up, he falls on his butt in the snowdrift. He rolled a natural 1. Shrubby.
By the way, it should be 1 more damage, because our proficiency went up, his damage went up as well.
Okay, so another 1 point of damage. Got it. Shrubby.
Shrubby, could he get up the cliff?
You can try to get up the cliff. I don't think these trees are particularly adept at climbing. So we'll just say straight athletics or acrobatics.
Okay, so that's...
So they're probably dex or strength for Shrubby.
And that's a d20 minus 4.
Scrambles
Nope.
to get up. Trees are noticeably bad at climbing up cliff sides. Not what they're known for. Well, they can do it, but it kind of takes them about 20 years. But Shrubby tries to get up, fails. Stax.
I will try to scramble up this snow pile.
Yep, you can scramble up there. No check required.
Okay, and just before I get to the edge, I will try to hide and afterwards shoot the carrion crawler.
Okay, so let's say you duck just below the carrion crawler's eyesight, and with a passive perception of 13, you can take this at advantage. Yep.
Will a 31 hit? That is the question.
You just sneak the shot in. Just hits him.
Yeah, figure. And
The carrion crawler goes down.
Ooh.
And just drops
In that
down
case-
to the ground.
I will walk further to this side of the cliff edge. How high is this thing?
This is a 50 feet. Very hard to get.
That's
up.
50 feet. Okay.
Alright, Qrosk, still at the bottom of the cliff.
I climb up at the top.
Okay, make me an athletics or acrobatics. Depending on you brute force your way upward or use your smarts.
Yeah.
No. No, you suffer the same fate of Garrett. You try to scramble up, fall down on your butt, and that's the end of your turn.
Would he have made it with a 10? Because he's got bless. He just didn't use it.
Doesn't count for athletics checks, unfortunately. Just for saving throws and attacks, not for ability checks.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Fall on your butt. Stello, you're no longer grappled by this thing because it's dead. But you do shake off the tentacles from yourself. What do you do?
I'm gonna get up and move. Let's see, I got 15, so 5, 10, 15. No, I'm gonna stay here and cast Produce Flame on the top of the Carrion Crawler. So I can just get a little token. Let's see. Where we got those.
As you cast this, your sanctuary does fade. Looking for a 5-foot.
I couldn't find it. So, oh yeah, sorry, I minimized it. So let's see. I got it.
Okay.
There we are.
Okay, nice little fire. So it needs to make a dex save.
Yes, I think so.
Rolls an 18.
Ah, that's a save.
So
with my bonus action, I'm gonna just fire off another
okay.
arrow. Let's see.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh.
8 radiant. Wait, did we do Garrosh and Stello in the wrong order?
No, I think Garrosh went before me, so...
Oh yeah, sorry.
He fell off.
Yeah, I'm very confused. Okay, but yes, you get that, you cast it, 8 points of radiant damage. It's your turn, Stello.
Yes.
Now, how does it work for a bonfire? Is it when it starts its turn there, or ends its turn there?
Let me double check. Let's see. Yeah, a creature must also make the saving throw when it moves into the bonfire space for the first time on a turn or ends its turn there. So not on starting.
It's not going to end its turn there. So why would it? It is going to do what it did before. Come over here, scurry down 10 foot above Qrosk. Gonna shoot twice with its tentacles at advantage. So a 26 and a 23. So they will both hit. So the total damage is 8 points of poison damage total. And I need you to make 2 Constitution saving throws. DC 13.
Garrosh, wake up.
Gosh, you got those saving throws coming in? No. So it doesn't even matter if you fail the next one, but you are paralyzed because you failed the first one. Probably not going to matter. But this thing is halfway down the cliff. You see it just go for the prone Qrosk. Does it well. Keegan. Where is Keegan? Oh, he's going to hide some more. boy is going to try and scramble up the cliff. Oops. He's going to get up the top of the cliff. Oh, he does get up the top of the cliff. I'm going to... He gets to the top, but he can't reach it because he can't really fight as a dog on the side of a cliff. Then he starts barking at this thing. This carrion crawler is dead, so Theodore.
Okay, I will move 25 feet. Oh, I have the wrong tool selected, sorry. So over here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll try to Thorn Whip him off the cliff.
Okay. Okay, so the thorn whip comes out and you lash onto the side of it and it starts screaming in pain, and then it falls off the side of the cliff, bringing Qrosk with it. It lands on the ground, dead, I think fallen off the cliff.
Again?
Qrosk, you also take a tumble down the cliff and take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as you land on the ground. With that, both the carrion crawlers are dead. Yeah,
Okay,
well done.
I'll slap Garrosh. Are you okay? You're not moving.
But the paralysis
Damn,
eventually fades, so
yeah.
you're fine.
What happened?
Well, I guess he poisoned you. It looked like his tentacles did quite a job on you, and all of a sudden you stopped moving. I'm just glad you're not dead. But we finished them. Victory, yay!
Me too. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not dead. Okay.
Can I
Okay.
investigate the corpse to see if anything is harvestable, either poison or any body parts?
Sure, make a nature check. You think you could, yeah, I'll say the carapace, you don't get much out of, but you do get enough for a vial of carrion crawler poison.
Okay. That's already harvested, or do I need to do a survival check? Because in the latter case, I'll ask Stax to do it. I think he's the most he's the most of a survivalist here.
Yeah,
Yep.
definitely.
Survival check at advantage, sure.
And I'll
And
guide
I'll-
myself for it.
Okay.
I'll do it myself, buddy.
You almost got double guidance.
Okay, feel free to add 1 vial of carrion crawler poison.
I'll give it to Stax for his arrows.
Ooh. Do I know what it does?
Well, you know that a paralyzed Qrosk, whether you can successfully use it on an arrow or not, remains to be seen.
Okay. Awesome.
Stax, can you look around where these carrion crawlers came from? Do they have a cave, or where do the tracks lead?
Can I see where the tracks led from?
You can
And
make
specifically,
me a survival check.
do they come from the ship or the thing?
Yes, they came from the ship.
Well, hopefully they ate some of the mind flayers.
I think looking at them, looking at the ship, they seem sort of in tune with each other.
Well,
Both tentacly, gruesome.
I know that's the logical assumption, but let me have my happy place for a minute, will you?
Sure. Which way was the ship again? Was it north?
North, yep.
And it would be on the same level as the lower part of this canyon?
Yeah, yep. You could walk up and approach it if you so choose.
Guys, I think the safest option would be to approach the ship from a high ground.
Yes. Should we all go stealthily? You, Keegan, Garrett, you should stay a bit behind, I think.
Yeah, I think you guys are already too close. I would have loved to leave you a mile behind, to be honest, but...
Okay, so you're approaching it from the top?
Yeah, I think we'd go to the western side of this cavern and then along the upper edge.
Okay.
So approximately 80 feet above them, I believe it is. Just to get a nice vantage point.
So you...
Bless wore off by now, I think. It's only a minute.
Yeah.
Yep. So you look down on this this ship. It's obviously stranded. It looks as if it could fly, perhaps, but plainly it's not operational. You see nothing moving. There's no obvious thing. There's like a deck on the back of it that you can see. And let me just give you the description. Where's my notes gone? Yeah, so you see the forward deck of this thing. It's about 5 feet above the valley floor and covered with fresh snow. Mounted to the deck is a ballista covered in ice, and at the back of the deck a double door made of chitlin and iron is tucked under 2 higher decks, low of which has another ballista upon it. Actually, I'll do a little screenshot here without giving anything away. So if you go to Discord, this should give you a better understanding of what it looks like. So that little flat bit to the left, right under where it says battle deck, that flat area is like the deck of the ship, and then it leads into the cargo deck.
And do I see any entrances? Do I see more than one?
Yeah, there's 2 doors right at the front of the at the front of the deck, like leading into the cargo deck. There's 2 double doors there, or a double door, I guess.
And I can't see any other way in.
Make a perception check. Are you making fun of my accent there, buddy? You do look around closely, have a good look. You don't see any other entrances apart from these double doors leading into the cargo deck.
Do I see any tracks in the snow?
Well, you see the carrion crawler tracks. That's it. To have a look around the deck itself, the DECK yourself, you need to get a bit closer.
Okay. Guys, I don't see any other tracks in the snow except from these carrion crawlers. Shall we take a closer look? Shall I scout ahead? What do you guys think would be the best option?
I could use pass without trace and move us all pretty stealthily. I think it's... I wouldn't... by the things you've told me, Theodore, these things might be dangerous to encounter on your own.
That is true, but I'm still hopeful that we can end this one without violence. Though these creatures have made me a bit less optimistic. But let's all stealthily move down there.
Yeah. I'll cast, in that case, I'll cast Possible Without a Trace.
And I'll cast Guidance on Qrosk.
Keegan says, I'll just sit this one out.
Oh,
That's-
Keegan, and they've already been sent back. All
Okay.
3 of them.
Okay.
I thought we tried it.
So Keegan, Boy, and Garrett are not with you. It's just the 4 of you plus Shrubby and Snuggles, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what are you doing? So pass without a trace, cool, plus 10. So what are you guys doing? You're sneaking up close to the deck, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so, yep, 31. Ooh, with guidance at 17, so not bad.
I'll guide myself as well. And
Okay. $31.
18.
18. So 18's the worst. What are you inviting Shrubby and Snuggles along to?
I think so.
Yeah.
So let me roll for Shrubby.
We need our Shrubby.
This is going to be a straight deck. So Shrubby rolls a 22. And Snuggles rolls a 17. So 17 I think is the worst, which is still pretty good. So tell you what I'll do. Let's drag you across to the map. Whoop. So you guys are down here. And this lip over here, which you can't quite see over, that's 5 foot high. But it's easy enough to climb up on there. You won't need to reroll stealth, so if you'd like to climb up onto this deck, then please do so.
Are we still going ahead with all of us?
I think that might be the best choice.
Okay.
Or do you think you could communicate with these? I mean, if there's more of these creepy crawlies, it would be. They didn't seem to be much in the mood for conversation.
No, not if these are the creatures, but I do think I'd be able to hide from them. They didn't seem too smart or perceptive.
One more suggestion. If you feel the need to hide the gem, maybe try and put it into my bag of holding, because that's another dimension and they might be it might be difficult for them to sense it if they can sense it at all.
True, but without it I can't communicate with them without them seeing me.
Only if you feel the need to get rid of it.
I think I'd rather use it to communicate with them.
Yeah, if negotiations fail, I guess.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
I guarantee you they fail. They'll fail the moment you'll fall to the ground because you'll be stunned.
Stello, same old tactics?
I would like to, but I'm a bit spent. I could try to stay a bit close in my normal form, but I would like to reserve one of my transformations in case combat breaks out.
I understand. In that case, I'll just go ahead myself.
I can stay a bit close to provide some assistance in case something happens.
Well, if everyone can stay by the door, that would be. How far does it last? Password trace 30 feet?
Let's see. I think it is 30
Yeah,
feet.
30 feet.
Yeah, for 1 hour.
So if you're standing over here beside the door, you should have use for it halfway through the ship. Okay, I'm gonna try to stealthily sneak into the ship.
Or you can get up onto the deck
I'll-
there, easy enough.
Oh,
I'll guide him before he goes, so he can save his guidance for later.
Yeah, so to get up onto the deck of the ship, it's a simple 5-foot step. Actually, I'll drag you all up there just so you can see what I'm talking about. And
well,
feel
if
free.
the deck would be clear, I'd ask them to come up there and just stand beside this door.
Oh, okay.
Just to get them as close as possible.
Shrubby as well, yeah. Yeah, so you all sneak up. Yep. You see a massive, huge ballista over here. These weird tentacles out the back. Yeah. What do you guys do?
Garrosh, can you turn the ballista towards the door? Oh,
Yeah.
is there a bolt in it?
Yeah, there's one, I think.
Yes, there is. It's all loaded and ready to go.
Okay. Can you
guys,
just turn it towards
that-
the door?
Wait. This might make a lot of noise.
Okay.
As much as I appreciate it, I think it would be a dead giveaway.
Okay, then let's just. You know what? I'll stand behind the door, and you look inside. And if you see someone and it's a problem, just shout, and I'll run inside and kill it. That's it.
Yeah, sounds good. If you guys could stand beside the doors, then I'll try to open it stealthily.
Okay.
I'm going to step back.
Okay, so you can open the door stacks.
Well, first I'm gonna listen to it, check it for traps.
Sure. So make a perception to see what you hear. So inside, you do hear some noises inside. The first thing you hear is a creature kind of no. Then you hear like that's what you hear.
Does any of these sound like language, and does anything sound like the creatures we just fought?
It doesn't sound like the creatures you just fought. The first one doesn't sound like a language at all. That sounds like something like just unintelligible grunts. The second thing, the other noises you heard is a language, but it's so foreign to you, you've got no idea. The best way to describe it would be gooey. It's a very gooey type of language. And I'm not sure how to imitate a gooey language, but it sounds very gooey.
Is it the language I hear in my head?
Wait a minute, I think I said sorry, it doesn't sound like a language. It doesn't sound like the thing you're reading. It's just like mindless noise. It doesn't appear to be a language.
Okay. I will slowly open the door, just a crack to look inside.
Okay, think this would be more of a sleight of hand check to crack it open just enough that you can see. So make me a sleight of hand check.
And you still have my guidance.
Mm-hmm. So you crack the door open just a little bit, do it well enough. And then I'm going to say, do you close the door? Well, I'll tell you what you see, then you can make the decision. You do see 3 creatures. They're just small little things, about halfling sized. And once again, I wish you wouldn't put the name on these, but this is what it looks like. And you see a third creature. A third creature in there that looks like this. And it seems as if these 3 squiddling things are tormenting the much larger figure. Like they're scrambling around him, kind of as you peek through. It's just like they're jabbing the bigger creature, just seeming to torment it. So the 3 little things are tormenting the big things, and that's the sound you heard.
Okay, slowly closing the door.
I'll just let you know. I'll let you know other things you see as well. That's the most obvious thing. Yeah, attached to the walls in this chamber are 3 sets of chains and manacles designed to hold large creatures. A staircase rises to the next deck amid crates, barrels, and broken bits of equipment. Yeah, among the detritus are 4 creatures. 3 of them are small, repulsive purple things that float above the ground and pull themselves across the floor using oversized face tentacles. And the 4th is a lumbering monstrosity made of stitched together parts from goblins, dwarves, and reindeer. Yep. And they're just annoying the much bigger creature.
Okay, I'm closing the door. I'm quickly mentioning to the rest of them, just like a finger before my lips, shh, just they have to remain quiet. And then I will communicate with one of the squidlings and say, hello. I believe you guys are searching for a psi crystal. Is that correct?
I'm just checking the telepathy rules, and you can initiate language. You don't need to have a common language.
Nope.
And they can respond. Oh, who's this? Who is this? Contact. Who are you?
I'm a safe distance away. Just wondering why you were looking for a psi crystal.
Oh, psi crystal. Masters want psi crystal. Rex, go get the master. And you hear some scampering inside. And you hear some footsteps coming down from above. And then you hear some... You hear it. It's not in your mind, but you hear it. And some creatures come down, and there's this weird and goo like... Bring us the crystal! We need the crystal! Bring it for the masters!
Would I be able to telepathically talk to the creature only by pinpointing him by the sound of his footsteps?
Need to see.
A telepathic monster doesn't need to see a contacted creature, but
Like you've ever seen them. I'm gonna say no.
okay.
You don't know anything about them, not even what they look like, not even exactly where they are. So no. Bring us the crystal. What the crystal?
This is what I hear them speaking, right?
Yes.
Okay. I will again ask him. What does the master say? What do you need the crystal for?
Just bring the crystal.
No, you don't understand. If you do not answer the question, I will not bring it.
We need the crystal to launch our ship. We are stuck here. Bring us the crystal. We can trade.
What do you have to offer?
Master says come so we can talk.
Give me a few minutes. I need to discuss and think about it. And, yeah. What's the answer?
As you're talking, the door swings open. You see some creatures looking back at you, surprised to see you there, and then it instantly closes back up again. And what you see is this creature. And then you hear a voice in your head, Stax. Bring us the crystal, we need it. We can trade you for it. It's definitely not these little weird squiddling things, it's definitely a different type of voice.
I respond, I assume you are the master?
Bring us the crystal, we can trade.
If you come step outside, then we can discuss this face to face. Would that be okay for you?
Did you came inside?
I understand, but this is a strange place and I would rather not endanger myself by stepping inside. I have the crystal you seek. If you step outside, we can talk and trade, or we can even discuss it this way. What you have to offer. For my safety, I will not step inside with at least 4 of you just in that room.
Okay, he does open the door. At least I can see you this way. Show me the crystal.
I will raise my head and I will take out the crystal, unattune from it.
We want it, give it.
You just said trade. What do you have to offer?
Get a persuasion check, Stax.
Why is it always persuasion?
I'm going to show you things that we can trade. And you see that little thing in its hand? I'll show you the picture again. He raises it up, looks around and says, "Watch what I can do to this tree." And it points it right at Shrubby.
No, stop. Please. That tree is sort of a friend to us. It might be a bit weird to you.
Make another persuasion check.
Sorry, Shrubby. Everything for Shrubby. My life for him.
I don't know why you wouldn't want to shoot a tree, but fine. And he takes this weird device in his hands, which is completely and utterly foreign to all of you. And he points it well above your heads, and this ray of light just shoots out and goes and hits a tree in the distance, and the tree just explodes. We can trade you these weapons for the psi crystal.
Since we don't know what they're talking about, we don't even know that this is a demonstration. It could be a warning shot.
No, that's true. It's only talking to Stax. But yeah.
But you would see Stax's body language that she's still talking, so...
Stax, what's
Yeah.
going on? Why are they shooting?
My apologies. First I say to the creature in front of me, my apologies. I will have a quick conversation with my friends to explain everything that's going on. And I'll turn to them.
Let me be perfectly clear. If we do not get the psi crystal soon, our ship will explode. Do not delay.
I understand. And I'll turn around. We are discussing trade. They're willing to give us weapons, these type of weapons, in trade of the psi crystal. Everything's okay. I'm just a trader for now.
What do they intend to do with the crystal?
They needed to power their ship, and as far as I know, they just... Well, I don't know what they plan to do next. But they needed to get out of here.
Can you
By the
ask
way-
them what they'll do when they repair the ship? Because that would kind of be
Yeah.
important.
I will.
We don't want them to hurt anyone once they leave.
My name is Stax, by the way. I have not introduced myself properly. My apologies for that. My friends are wondering, they are concerned for the people that live in the 10 towns once you have powered your ship again. So I was wondering, what will you do after you have regained power for the ship? They will leave, I'll say to the rest.
On one hand, I would love to study that weapon. On the other hand, wherever they go, they'll probably not do anything good.
First off, I would try to make an insight check to see if I believe that he's really willing to leave, if that's okay.
Sure. The charisma base checked. Hard to get a read on him. Not sure either way.
Then I say, what else do you have to offer in return of the psi crystal? And how do these weapons work? Are you willing to explain this to us?
We will give you 2 such pistols for the crystal. We will repair our ship. We will leave. You will have this alien technology. And that is as good a deal as we can do.
Okay. I need to discuss this. If you can give us a minute, I understand time is of the essence. We won't take long. and I will reach out to close the doors.
Okay. Sure.
So, you had a conversation with whoever steers the ship?
Yeah, I'm gonna walk over to the back of the ship just to... Let's keep this quiet a bit. They say they are going to leave. They're willing to give us 2 of these pistols. Is this a deal we want to take, or are we more concerned about what they will do afterwards?
I don't trust them.
Yeah. I do not know of these creatures. You think they won't attack anyone here?
I believe they just want to leave this frozen place and I can't really blame them for it.
See that. And, well, they have not harmed us. But have they harmed anyone else here?
I do not know. I did see parts of goblins and orcs, I believe. What was it again, Malcolm?
Just a second. Yeah, so the strange golem type creature is made from stitched together parts from goblins, dwarves, and reindeer.
Yeah, so I explained what I saw.
That's gruesome.
Yes.
Affront against nature itself, but this might be a dangerous, I suppose, Theodore.
Well, if you ask me, we should get rid of them one way or another. I mean, if giving them the crystal to just get them out of here is an option, I would agree with that. But I guess I would also lose some sleep thinking about what they're doing in this area, or if they left for real.
Could we?
So,
Could we perhaps trade it as with a condition that they do not return to these parts?
We could
just
try
quickly,
that, but...
Stax, can you just roll me a d20, please? Thank you. Carry on.
I hate these rolls.
Could I make a check on whether I've heard or read about the flesh golems to know what they are?
Sure. I think this would be a history check. You know that they are constructed. You know that they're no one ever is born. And you do know they're notoriously hard to control. That's what you know. They're constructed and they're hard to control.
Okay. Well, Stax, are you willing to part with the crystal in order to get rid of these creatures? We could fight them. I'm not excluding that options.
I am willing to trade. If you guys really think that they will cause more harm if we let them go, then I think fighting is the better option.
And the rest of you, Stalo, Garrosh? Sure.
thing they've created seems like some sort of abomination, and well, I leave it up to you. This thing they shot, is that something you would be interested in, Theodore?
Oh, most definitely, yes. But well, yes, I've that is my that kind of tips the scale for me a little bit. I would really like to get my hands on one of those items, and I might be willing to trade the crystal for those more than I would like to kill them off.
Stello, Theodore, and Qrosk, can you also roll me a d20, please? Okay. And just Qrosk. Okay, thank you.
On the other hand, if we give this crystal, this ship would, well, be gone. I do not know if there is something in this that's even more dangerous than the masters of the ship, or if the ship itself could be used for nefarious deeds. So I think it might just be... Sorry.
As
We
you're
can
having
just
this
vote
conversation,
and see.
the ship starts shaking noticeably, and the door swings open. The creature approaches. It's almost done reading the crystal. The trade will resort to other measures.
Stax, I think we should... if it might explode, it might damage the environment as well. I do not wish to see that happen.
Okay.
Crystal now.
I will walk up to him and say, with the need of a crystal so high, I believe you can offer us more than just 2 pistols.
Make your persuasion check.
Ask them if they've seen any Duragar.
The creature stands and folds his arm and says, two lasers. Let me be clear, when this thing explodes, what if you like, you'll be caught up in it as quickly. Either damn crystal or I will take it from you.
I'll take one look around at everyone, and if I see nods, I'll give it.
Do we actually hear what he's saying, or is it just Stax that is
Just
communicating
Stax.
with him?
Thanks.
Well, when Stax look back, I'm gonna nod.
Qrosk, what do you do?
Nothing.
No, I'm looking back to see if everyone agrees with trading, just so
Yeah.
either nod yes or no. And the same for Theodore.
I'll nod, yeah.
I just shrug.
I'll give the crystal.
Okay, he snatches the crystal, throws 2 pistols back in here, and slams the door closed.
I'll pick up the pistols, and I say to the rest, I think it's time we leave.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so you all jump off the back of this weird ship, and you see the shaking is noticeably less, and then with some jerking motions initially, this weird ship rises up onto the ground and takes off. It takes off in a southerly direction, so down here. And it zooms out of sight.
I think that was the right choice.
I really wouldn't have wanted to fight them, but I mean,
Well,
who knows what they'll do now. Oh, and Stacks, may I see one of those wonderful items?
you can have both of them. I have. We can try together to figure out how they work.
Thank you. This is what I came here for. Little trinkets like this.
But let's go back to the others, and
Okay.
I think we have a long journey ahead of us.
So you we'll just drag you back here. With everybody gathered around. Yeah, and would you like to start checking out this piece of technology, Theodore?
Yes.
Okay, make me an intelligence check to try and work out how this thing works.
Can I aid him in any way? If we do it together?
Sure. Yep. So make
And
an
I'll guide myself as well.
Okay.
Do I get advantage from his aid?
Yes. So advantage and a D4.
Ooh.
Yeah, so you
D4?
start working out how to put it together, and yeah, you've started
You haven't
to
been
get...
added a D4 yet.
Oh, 21's
Oh.
enough. So 21 is enough. 20 or higher for the first check, and you've made as best as you possibly can, and you start working out how this damn thing works. You figure out you know how to fire it, but it also is going to require some reloading as well. So make another intelligence check.
With advantage again?
Yep. Okay. Nice. So you do work it out. I'll show. So what it is a piece of alien technology, and it's a laser pistol.
I'm actually proficient in firearms as an
That's good.
artificer.
Okay, so this is what it is. A laser pistol. It has charges in it. At the moment, you have no earthly way of knowing how to recharge it, but they do have 30 rounds of ammunition in it.
Each?
Yep, 30 rounds in
Okay.
each laser pistol, and yeah.
It's a standard action to reload, right? Or is it a semi-automatic? Because the reload, what is it?
Is it reloading after 30 shots, or is it reload after every shot, basically?
After every shot. So for reload,
I think it's a standard action to reload.
it's a bonus action. I'll show you the exact wording from the Dungeon Master's Guide. It is second.
Ooh.
So you can use a bonus action or an action to reload it.
Oh, okay. So bonus action's fine. Excellent. I will tinker with it until I drop. Until it blows up.
Those intelligence checks were to see if it works. It could have gone badly. It could have exploded in your hands. But you rolled high, so count yourself lucky.
Theodore smart.
Yes.
Keeps both his hands.
And all his fingers.
Yeah.
None of them still there.
Exactly. One of the middle fingers is missing, but that's an unrelated story.
Samuel gathered round. Oh, Garrett finally gets back to his feet. Less fades. Whoops. Worse for Garrett. Less fades. All gathered round. So where do we go now? What's the story? What's going on? You guys did what you needed to do?
Yes, you saw the thing arise in the distance, did you?
That was quite amazing. Yes.
Yeah. Well, the weird inhabitants of the ship wanted this crystal. They wanted it, or else the ship would explode, damaging the whole place. So we gave them the crystal, and they gave us some fancy things. I do not know. It fires something.
Never seen something like that before. That's amazing. Everybody roll me a d20. I'm roll firstly for Garrett as well.
I thought that was a ship.
Yeah.
So far, Garrett is the lowest. Keegan. Oh, we all got a 2 for Theodore. Okay, so as you're talking and discussing what's to do next, you hear some slight rumbling out of the ground. And all of a sudden, this massive creature just erupts up in the center of you. It looks like this. It branches up straight out of the ground. Yeah, the art. I won't show that because it pretty much looks like the token. But it jumps out and comes right back down, does a leap and lands right on top of Theodore and Boy, because Theodore, I believe you rolled a 2. Yes, you did. And so this massive creature comes out and it just slams down on top of you. I need... You can make a strength or dexterity check, Theodore, your choice. And Boy will do the same as well. He'll make a dexterity check. 9 for Boy. Oh dear, that's bad. And this creature just crashes down upon you. Failed. Well, first of all, bad news is you're both knocked prone. This could be bad for Boy. You're both knocked prone. And you take... Oh, your toys are fine. Don't worry about your toys. But you do take that much bludgeoning damage. 15 bludgeoning damage. And I'll take one less off. I did it wrong. Take 14 bludgeoning damage and 12 slashing damage. And as this creature emerges from the ground, Boy looks up in horror as it comes down. And it just crushes Boy. Boy yelps and he moves no more. It's 11 hit points and 27 is enough for an insta-kill. But you have this bullet right on top of you, start drawing you around. Roll me initiative. That was its surprise round.
No.
I'll roll Garrett. And I'll roll for Boy. Oh, sorry, too soon.
Asshole.
And this is where we end tonight's session.
So, creature bursts up through the ground, just rips Boy into shreds. Theodore, the life knocked out of you, stacks. You get a moment to react, but not before you see in horror as Boy falls to the ground, dead. What do you do?
Oh, I'm pissed. Yeah, I'm just gonna steady aim and take a shot.
Okay, so it'll give you advantage, but you can't move. Oh my goodness.
Ooh.
Don't do that to my nice creature, so... 12... 12 and 15. Okay. I said to say, it almost shrinks that off. Didn't seem to bother it terribly much. You're looking very healthy.
Okay. Well, that's my turn.
Yeah, can't move. Stello.
Stylo's gonna go, no, boy! I'm gonna, let's see, I'm in melee, so... I'm just gonna take my staff in my shield hand and retrieve my big knife and just try to hit it in a weak spot.
Okay.
Desperation. Let's see. There it is.
21 does hit. 8 damage, got it.
I'm just gonna roar at it as I drive the knife into it.
That's your turn.
Yes.
Theodore, you are underneath this massive creature, prone on your back.
Can I even move away if I'm crushed underneath him?
You can move away. You use half your movement to stand up.
I will bonus action cast Sanctuary on myself.
Okay.
And then I'll try to move up to here. Have movement to stand up and then 10 feet left over.
Okay. I'm gonna try and do an opportunity attack. I know
Yep.
needs to make a wisdom saving throw. Rolls a 16.
Yeah, that passes.
Oh.
Okay, so it can attack you. It's gonna try and bite you. Rolls a 14.
No, misses. Oof.
Well, that's good because you avoided 32 points of piercing damage. So you're good. But it did pass the wisdom saving throw, but just plain old missed you.
I still have my action, so I will dash out of there.
Snuggles.
Snuggles will move in, try to block him from getting towards me, and attack him.
Okay. Snuggles lashes out and it just bounces off this thick hide. No damage done. Can't get
Ik
the
zeg, ben jij
claws.
gewoon in de wereld of zit je ook in een call of in een play?
That's my turn.
Je deed met alle e-mails, hoe je die fixeren. Is een beetje gewoon...
Right, ik ben nu gewoon...
Hey Snacks, you might want to boot yourself there, buddy.
Ik dacht dat. Ik heb trouwens net nog een telefoonstopcontactje gesloten.
Okay, well, let's Stacks have this conversation there. Garrett.
You can mute him if you want to.
I can.
Oh,
Here we go.
okay.
I'll bring it back in a second. So Garrett sees Boy, no! And rushes off to this creature. It's 2 attacks with a short sword. Both of them bounce off the armor, no damage done. Let's unmute Stacks. Oh, I think he muted himself now. Okay. So, Garrett comes and slashes twice at this thing and just bounces off its hide, no damage done. The creature looks around.
Me.
What would it do? So, yeah, it's gonna bury itself. Oh man, this could be bad. It buries itself down into the ground and then leaps up into the air. Stello and Garrett, you can both make a an opportunity attack. I'll do it for Garrett.
Okay.
So the thing lands in the air. Garrett reaches out with his short sword. Yours bounces off its armor, no damage done. Garrett does get a hit in and slash it. It's still looking pretty healthy. And then a boom lands with a crash down upon both you. Both make me a dexterity saving throw, Stello.
Yeah.
Can Snuggle make an attack opportunity?
Yeah. Yep, Stacks hits. Oh, not Stacks, sorry, Snuggle.
Snuggle.
Yep. Okay, now I need Stello to make me a dexterity saving throw, which was a 14, I see that. And Garrett also rolls a 14. And the DC is... Oh, I lost my creature. Hang on. Is 16.
Oh, fuck.
So, comes landing down upon you. So first of all, I'll just roll this all together. So it doesn't matter if it's bludgeoning or slashing. But that will be 66 plus 8. Boom! 30 points of damage. Garrett goes down. Oh, that was just the right number for him. He has 16 hit points. So that is not an instant kill, but he is down and he is bleeding and he is dying. And the creature... Qrosk.
I'm the slowest, almost. But when I stop being stunned, I shout, "Oh no, boy! Garrett!" And I run up and wave my sword. And I just attack it 4 times. Because I can.
Because of action search?
I just slash with my sword here and there, and I just try to pierce it and flush it and kill it all the way I can.
But you're using action search, right?
Action search, and I have 2 attacks every time I attack.
Yep, sure. So, slash away. One, two... The 14 misses, everything else hits. Oh, so 17 hits, so that's 13 damage. Another 21. Okay. Still up. Just carving into it. Carve. It's still up. It's your turn, Qrosk, as if you haven't done enough. He again says, "Garrett, no! No," and he starts dragging Keegan away. Dex, you see him doing this, and you see the bullet staring at him. You know that if he drags Keegan away, he's going to get an attack of opportunity. What do you do, Stax? It's a free action. Oh, is Stax still muted?
Yeah, sorry about before. I forgot to mute myself.
That's right, actually muted you on this. Yep, sorry. Yep, so you see him trying to drag his husband away, but you see the bullet turning around and look at him. He's risking an attack of opportunity. So it's a free action, Stax. What do you do?
I say stop. Watch out. That's it. Not sure what else I can do.
So make he knows you, but he's I think advantages and disadvantages cancel each other out. So just make me a straight persuasion roll, Stax, probably to save Keegan's life. Garrett! Garrett, come here! And the creature... No, might not hit him. Let's have a look. Oh! Oh, he misses! Oh my goodness. Oh, so close. Rolls a 10 and he has an AC of 11. Wow! So he drags Garrett away. No! You can drag him 30 feet, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, 15. 1, 2, 3. We'll go to there. Lucky. Stacks.
First off, bonus action healing word
On.
on Garrett.
Okay. So he's on 80 points.
Then I tell them, run, get out of here.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna walk over to this side and take a shot.
Okay. Okay, not at advantage, but you will get sneak attack damage if it hits. It does hit. You see this creature's the blood of boy in its mouth. Garrett dead. Keegan almost killing himself to save his husband. Too much for you, Stacks. You finally finish this thing with an arrow through its eye.
If I see that happening, I'm gonna run back to those two. And I'll say to them, next time, whatever happens, if we get in a battle, there's one thing you two do, and that's run. Don't get involved. If one of you two falls, leave it up to us. Is it understood?
It's panicked. It's my husband, you know.
I understand, but next time you run, because you are very, very lucky.
No. No. Boy! Boy. Garrett goes up and cradles the dead body of Boy. If you remember, Garrett had a lot of pack animals, a lot of dogs. Boy was his favourite, so he just starts cradling Boy and starts weeping silently, and Keegan places a gentle arm around him.
He truly was the best.
Don't cry, Garrett. The tears will freeze on your face.
And he brushes off some icicles on his face. Tries to compose himself. He was a good boy.
He was. He was a great companion. I'm sorry. I hope it wasn't my tinkering with the pistols that brought this creature here. I hope he didn't hear me. It didn't hear me.
I don't know what is true, but I think if that creature managed to leap onto us one more time, it would not only have been Boyd. I mean, Della, you look like an absolute wreck, and Theodore, not much better.
Yeah, that was quite a weight that fell upon us. I think we'll need to make camp for a bit and get our wits together. Are we sure we can't do anything about Boy?
I would need a diamond, but I have none.
Well, shall we, Garrett, Keegan, should we give him a burial here? Or do you want to?
No, I think that would be appropriate. Boy loved the outdoors. I think a simple burial here would be fine. Or maybe not here. Let's move away from the carcass of this creature and go somewhere else. So you go somewhere else. Unless you wanna...
Yeah, before we go, I'll just study the creature a bit, because that's the first time I've seen it.
Okay, make a nature check. Yeah, you know that it's players know anyway, it's a bullet. Famous for burrowing underground, it can move just as fast underground as it can. And the most deadly thing it does is burst out of the ground and land on people. You know, its bite is quite nasty as well. And it should know this, but its bite does that much damage. 4d12 plus 4.
The bite?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Whoa.
And if you fail your saving throw, it does 66 plus 8. And half on a success.
Then.
66.
Well,
plus
that was with the roll of 2. I wonder what the roll of 1 would bring.
Well, 2 was who it was going to land on. So that's it was just the luck of the draw. And boy kind of got unlucky because he was standing right next to you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I guess we cheated Oriel of 1 life and it took another.
I'm sorry, Keegan and Gareth. I wouldn't have brought you all if I knew this would be the outcome.
Oh, Stello, that picture you did is great. It's just perfect.
Yeah.
It's nobody's fault. I mean, this blasted winter. I mean, myself and Keegan were lucky to survive this long, and you brought Keegan back to us at least. So, but with that, Garrett starts up, and he starts digging a hole for Boy.
Well, I think there's already 2 big holes in the ground.
Well, yes, but they don't want to bury him next to Billet, and that is too soon.
Stella, could you make a bonfire so the ice melts, so it's easier to dig?
Of course. I'll put a bonfire close to Garrett's to heat up the ice and snow.
And I'll tell Snuggles to help with the digging.
Okay, with Garrett and Snuggles and Keegan cradling Boy, it's easy enough to dig a decent-sized hole, good 6 feet down as is tradition. And Keegan brings over Boy. We'll say the bonfire goes out, but this is exactly where Boy is. And Keegan says, I don't know if it's appropriate, but do we need to place some sort of marker? What do you say, Stella? You seem wise.
It seems appropriate. I don't know if many people are gonna pass by here, but if they do, they should know that here lies the bestest of boys.
What marker shall we use?
There's some stones nearby we can take, and some sticks we can probably carve into a message or a marker of any message you would have.
I could do some magical tinkering and make a stone project a picture of Boy.
Oh, that would be perfect.
Of course, that would be inviting to the other animals. They might want to attack it.
Animals don't read, my friend.
It's a picture. They might want to eat it.
It's a picture. Ah.
I'm gonna, if Salo, I think he would try to find beneath the snow flowers of some kind, or
Yeah.
buds, flower buds.
Mm-hmm.
I would plant them in the soil. That's where boy is buried, and use druidcraft to make the flowers bloom.
Nice. So, are you proceeding with the stone with a picture of boy, or what are you doing?
This is a description of what I can do. So yeah, I guess I can make a picture on the surface of the ice that looks like boy.
Sure. Keegan and Garrett take a deep breath. See them saying a few words to themselves about boy. They stand up and give each other a hug and say, "That's best we're moving on, I think."
Yes. We could use a short rest before we move on. That thing is heavy.
Okay, so
But let's get the cart and we could rest up there, perhaps.
you've been dragging the cart all this way from town?
Did we?
Snuggles can drag it, no problem. So-
Sure. Okay, so you do have the cart with you, so we'll take a note of that. So you're not returning it to,
I would assume we return it to Mishan.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so, I say you guys can get a short rest, no problem, so feel free to do that. Garrett will take the short rest too, get himself back up to full hit points.
What does it say I'm at full hit points? Don't I have to roll for it? Or is that like a special thing here?
Who is that?
Theodore, sorry.
That's weird, you're not at full hit points.
Nope.
Don't know why it said that.
I'll roll for healing, no problem.
Yeah. Yeah, so roll your hit dice. Okay, so feeling a bit better healthily, if not in spirit, as you leave a good boy behind. And you start your quest down to the Sky Tower Shelter, which is your next stop, it seems. Now that's where we'll end it. I need to pick up my kids a little bit early today. Yeah. I'm a little sad, to be honest. He was a good boy.
The best.
Yeah, he was.
But that's almost the first kill that we've had, even though it was kind of an NPC. Everybody liked boy.
Yeah.
True.
But that's where we have it. Anyway, gentlemen, that was a lot of fun. Great playing with you again, and we'll see you next week.